Good evening and welcome to Meerman Stadium on the campus of Coopersville High School. Tom Mikowski along with Joe Sack calling all the action tonight on this West Catholic broadcast. Fantastic game tonight. Two undefeated teams, West Catholic coming in at 2-0 and Coopersville coming in at 2-0 as well. For West Catholic, they are ranked number 2 in Division 5.
Correct.
Behind our friends down the road, Catholic Central.
Yes.
In Division 5, and Coopersville comes in having moved from Division 4 up to Division 3. So West Catholic, Division 6 last year, up to Division 5 this year. And Coopersville makes that jump from Division 4 to Division 3, and they are ranked as well, number 10.
Number 10.
In the coaches poll, MHSA, a coaches poll that came out behind East Grand Rapids, that is 9th. Both teams can get it done offensively. West Catholic comes in averaging 59 points a game after defeating Edwardsburg 56-12, and then last week taking care of Union 63-21. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Coopersville on the road or against Otsego 49-6, and against Sparta 49-14. So you've got two teams with a lot of firepower. West Catholic averaging 59 points a game, and Coopersville 49 a game. Joe.
Absolutely, and both of these teams have assembled some pretty big offensive lines. I can't wait to bring that information along, but I'm telling you what, we've got some sizable kids out here that'll be blocking for their runners and also on the defensive line, and it's something's got to give here because
right?
It's going to be the field. I think it's going to cave in with all the weight of these guys.
Well, odds are it's not going to be 59-49.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to stick with their averages tonight.
It's going to be a very competitive game tonight.
Well, we look at last week, Joe, in West Catholic, again, dominant offensively, got out of the gate really quick, and that's been really instrumental in their wins. They scored 35 points in the very first quarter.
Right.
And they never looked back. You know, they took advantage of some miscues that Union had, and Union never really had a chance after those miscues early on in the first quarter.
No, they didn't. There was, the field position for West Catholic. It was very lopsided. At the end of the game, we took a look at the yardage. And it certainly didn't match the score for West Catholic, and it did not match the score for Union. There was only 26 total yards that separated the two teams, but the score was very lopsided.
Yeah, it sure was. Talk about balance. Balance was really the name of the game for West Catholic last week. Offensively, 9 touchdowns.
Yep.
And 8 individuals that scored, which is amazing. Charlie DeBrune, you had a couple touchdowns, but in addition to Charlie DeBrune, we had Ryer Snow, Gabe Schweiders, Olszewski, Mike Murphy got into the action.
Yes, he did.
Perry, and then Brittenfeld.
And don't forget Chris Schaub with the pick 6 also in the first half. And so all segments of West Catholic's game scored last week, offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, and that's pretty good.
Well, hold on. We've got the kick return, the 84-yard kick return by Carter Perry. So, yeah, it was a score fest for West Catholic last week.
Well, it was 42-7 at half. Popped in the running clock for the second week in a row, and it made that second half go
very quickly.
Yeah. First quarter seemed to last for an entire game, but then the second half.
And on Union's defense, I mean, they had a little bit of struggle early, but they did find themselves a little bit last week, and like we said, they've got a lot of pieces that they will put together that we know Don Fellows will put together, and I think they're going to make a little bit of noise as they go through the season. Yeah,
they will, and it'll be interesting too with that depth at quarterback. Now that they've got Grayson Fellows, his son, as a quarterback, tasting some action last week, scored a touchdown last week. That kid's going to be something. If you're a West Michigan football fan, just remember that name, Grayson Fellows. He's only a freshman, but I have never seen a freshman come in at high school with the confidence that kid had last week at quarterback. Yeah,
and a lot of poise. He had the footwork. He had all the visuals you would see in a senior quarterback. And we were talking with some of the people here in the press box about him, and they're saying, would you think any less of Don Fellows' son growing up in that atmosphere? So he's going to be a fun one to watch over the next 4 years.
Yeah, he will. Looking at balance, too, last week, rushing the ball for West Catholic, they had 214 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
And then through the air, 150 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. So offensively, you want to keep that defense honest, and they really did that last week.
Absolutely. And no turnovers, which is a real big thing. And they forced a lot of turnovers on Union. There was 4 in the game, 3 picks, and 1 fumble.
We look at defensively, they were led on the way by Wyatt Fredrickson and also Chaz Vita, who each of them had 6 tackles last week. So both of them did really, really nice job defensively.
Yeah, very impressive out of that defensive backfield. If there's anything that was going to be questionable, it was the replacement of those seniors from last year's team. And it seems like they've solidified that defensive backfield. We're
only 2 games in, but as we get after the first game, we get in the second game, we like to look at the season statistics too to keep people abreast of what's going on statistically. Rushing the ball, of course, no surprise. Charlie DeBruin leading the way, 15 rushes for 238 yards and 4 touchdowns. Alec Wickstrom, 13 for 17. Very workmanlike, only
Absolutely.
4 incompletes.
Yep.
265 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns as well. We look at through the air in total. The average completion out of those 13 completions for Wickstrom, he's averaging 20 yards per completion.
That's
really solid.
That's solid.
We look at the rushing. They've got 453 yards total rushing for the season, averaging 9.2 yards a rushing attempt.
That's impressive.
Yeah, darn near 10 yards rushing per attempt and 20 yards passing per attempt. You're not going to lose many games with those kind of averages.
No, those numbers are a little off the charts, but let's see if that averages out against a very good Broncos team here tonight. I want to thank some of our sponsors here for bringing the broadcast to us tonight. Fox Pools are located on Alpine Avenue between 7 and 8 Mile Road. West End Body, since 1965, West End Body's been serving Grand Rapids. And Melissa Homewood and the Lash Group of eXp Realty. Custom Caulking, the contractor's choice for waterproofing and crack sealing in West Michigan and beyond, by Paget Business Services, by Frank's Market, Shaner Avenue Nursery, Duba Duba Attorneys at Law, Moore & Sons Roofing, and, of course, your Falcon Touchdown Club. Yeah.
Thank you, all sponsors.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about this Coopersville squad and what's West Catholic up against tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, the thing that stands out about Coopersville is the size of this offensive line that they've put together. You think about, farm-raised kids and whatnot, but I'll tell you what, these are athletes. You've got the guy that's leading them is senior Gabe Van Sickle. He's going to Northwestern. He's committed to playing at Northwestern. He's no dummy. Sharp kid, wants to go into engineering. He's 6'5", 300 pounds.
No, I don't expect you to know this, but I can't recall since we've been broadcasting in the last 14 years of a Division I kid coming out of Coopersville. Could he be the first D1
You know what? That would be...
It'd be a Scott Morgan question.
That'd be a Scott Morgan question, or, you could text that answer in if you happen to know.
Yeah, if you're out there listening and let us know. But I really think it's...
I thought you were going down the line. I can't remember, a kid from West Michigan going to Northwestern, but Jack Dole's son,
right, yes.
He made quite a career, and I think he stepped into the pros there for a little while too. Moving down the line, there's a junior, and he's being highly recruited. His name's J.J. Hurdes. He's 6'5", 260, and very athletic. He's got a lot of speed and a big body, and he's being highly recruited. Senior Jay Rogers, 6'2", 315. I'm not talking about the Nebraska offensive line here. I'm talking about Coopersville here.
Right.
Ethan McAdams, he's 6'2", 275, and Juan Montejo, I'm not sure of his height, but he's pushing 300 pounds too. So this is like a college line.
Yeah.
And this is what's impressed, I guess, everybody in the area about this Coopersville team. Is the size and athleticism that they're putting out on the offensive line and defensive line. Some of these guys are two-way players.
Yeah, and for sure in the 14 years that we've been broadcasting together, the biggest line that I can remember Coopersville having.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. we'll go back to some of their players, but I just had to get to that because it's such an impressive group of kids on that offensive line. We wanted to touch on it right away. The Broncos, of course, just like you said, they're 2-0 this year. They are a D3 team moving up from D4 this year. Have an enrollment of 863 kids. Their 2 wins come against Otsego, who's an 0-2 team, 49-6, and a win against Sparta, another 0-2 team at 49-14. They're coached for the 7th season by Ed Kamen, and Ed's done a great job bringing this program to life over the past few years. This team has made the playoffs the last 3 seasons. Last year, they won their pre-district game over Cedar Springs 28-0, but then lost to the juggernaut in Muskegon. They had to play the Big Reds,
right,
and lost in that district final 40-14. So last year against West Catholic, it was 37-0 West. In 2021, that was a very tight one, 28-24, and I think we remember that game. A little mistake on the goal line going in on a Wildcat play. I think the ball was coughed up, but they had full control of the game and really took defeat out of the hands of victory on that one. In 2020, West Catholic won 36-13, and in 2019 was the lone victory in the series for Coopersville. They beat West Catholic 37-27. West Catholic leads the series 13-1. And I'll tell you what, Coopersville would love to beat West Catholic and put a 2 behind that in the 15th meeting here.
Well, this is a statement game for them, right?
Very much so.
I mean, although we're Division 5, coming back, defending state championship, and like you say, to have the last 14 games be a 13-1 edge for West, and the fact that Coopersville is just right down the road from West Catholic, certainly they're coming in with a kind of a chip on their shoulder.
Well, sure, and it's like Coopersville's much like Comstock Park in relation to West Catholic. You've got some shared families, you've got some relations, you've got graduates from either side that attend both schools, so yeah, these people are tight, and the kids all know each other now. We didn't know who we were playing back in the day, but with social media and these kids are all going and working out at the year round to get themselves to the size that they really are. There's just a lot of familiarity there, and I'm sure a lot of chirping that goes on out in the field and before the game.
Right, sure.
Right. We take a look at week 1 for Coopersville against Otsego. Isaac Lemieux, running back, had 9 carries for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, so he was very, very productive in that game. The quarterback, Bo Harris, didn't throw a lot. He had 3 attempts, completing 2 of them, and both of them for touchdowns and 92 yards. Luke Stanton caught one of those. That was a 60-yard touchdown reception. And Nick Gordon, we like to call him Flash. Remember?
Yes, right, from last year.
He was impressive last year's. And he had 32 yards and one of those, a 32-yard touchdown reception. Evan Arnold, a junior running back, had 3 carries for 60 yards. So there's a productive guy and 1 touchdown. And that's how they opened up the season with that big win, 49-6 over Otsego. We take a look at week 2 versus Sparta. Nick Gordon had 1 touchdown reception. Evan Arnold had 2 touchdown runs, each of 1 yard. Isaac Lemieux, 2 touchdown runs, 1 of 4 yards and 1 of 10 yards. So, they've been putting up a lot of points. They've got some weapons, they've got some speed, and they definitely have some size.
Well, I'm looking forward to the matchup between their 315-pound guy, and we've got Dakota Myron on our side, who's just happens to be 6'5", 315 as well.
It'd be a great matchup. Exactly. So I want to, again, thank Fox Pools on our Fox Pools pregame show. Fox Pools is located on Alpine Avenue between 7 and 8 Mile Roads. Fox Pools, West Michigan's best source for both in-ground and above-ground pools, featuring a full-service showroom with chemicals, supplies, and accessories, offering annual closing and opening service, as well as repairs and installations. Fox Pools does it right. Tom, I'm anxious. We talked with Scott Morgan, and he's our he's like our cohort, and he broadcasts on the Bronco Network, and these kids are very excited. There are juniors playing in key positions here. One of them being Evan Arnold. He's a running back, and also Isaac Lemieux. He's a junior. But more importantly, on offense, Bo Harris, who's come out of the defensive backfield as a sophomore, he's now a junior, and he's leading them at quarterback this year. Has done a very nice job thus far. I don't think he's very mistake-prone. Understands what's out there in the field, having been in the defensive backfield. I think he was a safety last year, and they're very high on him, and it's nice to have somebody that's going to be around for 2 years that can lead their offense. So be very interested to see how the juniors perform against West Catholic. Of course, West Catholic returning 7 starters, both offense and defense. A lot of experience there, and they're going to try to put pressure on the junior quarterback.
Yeah, they sure will. And I think that's really the key, right, with West Catholic this year, is to have that many returning people. I mean, 7 on offense and 7 on defense, where some of these teams are coming back. Edwardsburg, they lost 28 kids.
Wow.
And then they lost almost every starter. I think they had 1 or 2 returners on each side of the ball. So that makes a tremendous difference. And then in addition to that, not only having 7 returners on offense and defense, you've got to think about the quality transfers that came in, with Wickstrom being a senior and starting, and Mike Murphy coming in and starting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Offensively, we've already kind of covered the great big linemen for Coopersville, but offensively, we've mentioned some of these guys before. Luke Stanton, he's a wide receiver. Nice target for Bo Harris. Isaac Lemieux, the junior running back, and Nick Flash Gordon as the other wide receiver. He's going to be fun to watch tonight. On defense, Evan Arnold does double duty. He's on the defensive line. A D-back to watch tonight is senior Zach Quigley. Defensive line, Austin Shotko. These guys are all seniors. And then a junior linebacker in Tyler Terpstra, along with Isaac Lemieux. Those 2 are going to anchor the linebacking core, and they are both juniors. So it'll be interesting to see how this all works out and plays out on the field.
Right, absolutely. Well, we know Coopersville is a good team. They are ranked 10th, and I thought we'd just take a second, Joe, and take a look at the rankings.
Absolutely.
So in Division 3, now that Coopersville in Division 3, we have a lot of audio coming into the booth right now. But looking at Division 3, top 10 in Division 3, Zeeland West, number 1.
Right.
Grand Rapids Forest Hills Central, number 2. Mason 3, the number 4 team in the state, River Rouge.
Okay.
And guess who beat River Rouge?
That would be De La Salle. Or no, excuse me. No. Catholic Central did second game of the year after getting thumped a little bit over in Illinois, by Wilmette Loyola.
So when we talk about the Division 5 top 10 in the state, Catholic Central is number 1, but that's one of the reasons why is, yes, they have a loss, but they've beaten the number 4 team in Division 3 quite handily.
Yeah, they did.
So that gives you an idea of the quality of team Catholic Central has again this year.
Absolutely. And, we talk about playing up. Boy, they played out of state. Last time West Catholic did that, traveling down to the Indianapolis area and playing, who was that?
Brebeuf?
Yeah, Brebeuf Jesuit.
Yes.
Hard to say.
Yes,
say that 3 times.
Right.
But you take a look and see what West Catholic did with that, and ended up in the state finals with a victory there, and that was Travis Russell's sophomore year as a quarterback.
Right.
So that you take a look around, and there's some great football in Michigan, but holy cow, Illinois, Texas, Florida, oh baby. Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, there's some good football out there.
Well, on the west side of Michigan, when I read through these top 10 in Division 3, there's good teams in Detroit, like River Rouge being 4th, but so many of these teams are West Michigan. So, again, Zeeland West, number 1, Forest Hill Central, 2, Mason 3, River Rouge 4, and Linden 5. Detroit Martin Luther King is 6. Come back to Lowell in West Michigan at number 7. Walled Lake Western, where my buddy John Burt graduated from, is 8th. Ninth is East Grand Rapids.
Rebounding program right there.
Yes.
Very much a rebounding program.
Yeah, they took it on the chin a little bit last year, had a little bit of a down year, but they're back this year. And then Coopersville at number 10. As we turn our attention to Division 5, again, Grand Rapids Catholic Central, number 1 in the state, with a 1-1 record. Grand Rapids West Catholic, number 2, after the win against Edwardsburg in Union. Number 3, Gladwin. How do we know Gladwin, Joe?
Well, let's see. Gladwin, they're north of Clare. A little bit east of Clare and north. And, Landon Grove went there. Right. West Catholic's coach Landon Grove is a graduate of that. And, of course, he went off and played at Ferris, and now he's at West Catholic after a couple of short high school stops, and he's still in his 20s.
Yeah. And this is still early, but just to give the listeners out there an idea, I mean, if Gladwin still keeps doing well and West Catholic keeps doing well, wouldn't that be awesome if they met each other in the playoffs?
Oh, man, that'd be something.
It would be. Detroit Denby, number 4. Pontiac Notre Dame Prep, number 5 in Division 5. And then a team that we hear a lot of on this side of the state, Frankenmuth.
Yeah, Frankenmuth, the best Christmas town in the country.
Number 6. Yes. So it's got to be the chicken dinners.
Yeah, exactly, the chicken dinners. Frankenmuth, I love it.
Number 7 is Flat Rock.
Yep.
Number 8, Flint Hamady, which you've not heard a lot about Flint Hamady as a football power.
No.
But they are ranked number 8th. And again, these are early on. Come back to West Michigan with Muskegon Oak Ridge at number 9, and then Corunna, number 10.
That is a different mix, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. And Division 6, where we were last year, Gladstone is number 1, and then Kingsley, my neighbor from growing up in Traverse City, Kingsley, Michigan. Kingsley Stags are number 2 in Division 6.
Are they really?
So
okay.
So anyways, that's just kind of around the horn, looking at the state level. And what about the OK Blue, Joe, as we look at things closer to home here in the OK Blue Conference?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we all know this is week 3, and it starts the conference. Every team in the OK Blue is playing a conference opponent tonight. As we continue on the Fox Pools pregame show, we take a look around the blue. Of course, West Catholic today, a 2-0 team last week, 63-21 win over Union, and here we are at 2-0 Coopersville tonight. Spring Lake, they're also 2-0. Last week, a squeaky win, 34-28 over Belding. This week, they play a 1-1 Unity Christian team. Unity Christian, of course, 1-1. They won last week, 33-21 over Oak Ridge. This week, they're at Spring Lake. And Hamilton, another 2-0 team here in the blue. Last week, a 36-29 win over St. John's.
I just want to go back really quickly to Unity Christian. You know, they beat Oak Ridge 33-21, and Oak Ridge is a top 10 team.
Is a ranked team.
In D5. Just want to throw that out there. So as we think about long-term and towards the end of the season when we play Unity, very strong program this year.
Absolutely. And things will get sorted out as we go week to week in the football season. We all know that. Hamilton, 2-0, another 2-0 team. Last week, 36-29 over St. John's. This week, they are at Fruitport. And Fruitport last week was a 37-22 loss to Grand Rapids Christian, who's a pretty darn good team. So they hung for a little while there. Hamilton last week, a loss to Wayland, who I think has got a pretty good program this year. They lost 35-49. This week they're at Allendale. And Allendale last week, a 36-0 win over Hopkins, which I think they've got a little bit of a down program this year. They are at Holland Christian. So, and of course, Grand Rapids Catholic Central, never want to forget them. A 1-1 team. Last week they rebounded from the week 1 loss to Loyola Wilmette. That game, a 7-45 loss to them. They beat perennial powerhouse River Rouge handily, 38-6. A lot of scoring. In fact, they put 38 unanswered up. So that is very impressive. This week they are at 2-0 Wayland, and I expect that to be a competitive game.
Right.
Wondering if Wayland's got a little bit of something. So that's what we our look around the blue this week as we get ready here. We've got our announcements going on. The Coopersville Bronco Band is on the field. Both teams are lined up on the sidelines as we prepare for the national anthem. I want to thank everybody again for joining us on the Fox Pools pregame show.
And we'll come back after the national anthem, talk a little bit about our keys of the game.
Keys to the game. You got that right.
So this is the Coopersville Marching Band in our national anthem.
Of our national anthem.
Yes,
And there you have it, the Coopersville national anthem.
Good evening, ladies
So,
and gentlemen.
Joe, let's talk about the keys of the game.
It's military night and an okay.
Well, you go first.
well, to me, the key to the game, to me, is going to be who establishes the running attack.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be important. That battle in the trenches. You've got two teams coming in with a lot of size. West Catholic has had their way, and so has Coopersville the first couple weeks in really dominating that offensive line of scrimmage. So I think whoever can establish that run game the best is going to come out on top.
Absolutely, and I think West Catholic defensively is going to have to come out early and make a stand and exert its will on a very strong Coopersville offense. I think they need to set the tone early defensively and reward the offense by getting the ball back on a repeated basis. I think they need to come out early. They need to come out hot because both of these teams will play deep into the fourth quarter. So establishing tone right away is going to be key. So West Catholic won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. They'll be kicking off to Coopersville. And something that I just noticed here as we wrap up the Fox Pools pregame show is the amount of players that were lined up along the sideline. It went all the way from the 40-yard line all the way down to almost the goal line. They have got a tremendous program. They've got a lot of kids. They've bought into Ed Kamen's system, and they want to be here, and they want to play, and they want to have success here for the Broncos. It's just very impressive organization and program that Ed Kamen's put together in the last 7 years.
So if you're just joining us, we're on the YouTube Live channel, as you know, for the first time this year. With MHSAA rules and things like that, this year the away games, we're going to be doing just the audio broadcast. Yep. We'll be tied into our huddle camera.
You'll see us, though. You'll see us.
You'll be able to see us.
You'll see us.
But you will not be able to see the team. So, but we'll try to give you a really good play-by-play as West Catholic lines up. Ball's going to be on the 40. They're in their all-white uniforms. And Coopersville is in their green uniforms with the white jersey pants. Here comes Coopersville. Short kick. Ball's going to be the 35 on the far side of the field and up to the 38 Coopersville. So Coopersville will be going right to left on your radio dial. Of course, kind of that, kind of like a pea green.
They've got a special uniform tonight.
Yes. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
They got the flags, that flag on each of the shoulder.
It's a military green.
Yes.
Is what it is. And what do they got on their shoulder
That's
pads?
almost like fatigue. They've got the flag on one and the stars on the other shoulder pad.
Very patriotic.
Yes, so it's a really cool uniform. So with that military green with the white jersey pants, they've got the white helmets. And again, they'll be going right to left on your radio dial as Bo Harris will be in shotgun formation. And they'll actually spot it at the 39, Joe. So first possession here at the start of the game. Quick toss off to the flats, and he overthrows his target there. He had Zach Quigley out there, the senior wide receiver, overthrows him, drops it complete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Coopersville.
Just a quick out, kind of got away from him on the release, and Zach Quigley couldn't jump high enough, but the ball fell away to the sidelines, and they'll line up for second down.
Here goes Bo Harris, shotgun formation. Here goes a whistle.
First flag of the day. It's a procedure call against the Broncos. That's going to back them up a little bit. So take 5 yards out of that. It's going to turn it into a 2nd and 15 for the Broncos.
So 2nd down and 15. 2 wide left. 2 wide right for the Broncos of Coopersville. Just getting underway. West Side, beautiful night for football, Joe.
Beautiful night, yeah. It's a little bit
60,
crispy. Yep.
63 degrees.
Yep. Clear skies.
Yeah. The sun has already went down over Coopersville. Here goes the inside handoff. No, actually Harris will keep it. Tried to go option. He'll go down. Nice job by West Catholic defense there. No gain on the play. He'll lose a couple. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Coopersville.
Yeah, Wyatt Fredrickson came in, and he broke the contain right there and was able to bring down the quarterback. And it's
so
for a loss.
They're going quick here, Joe.
Yeah, they are.
Don't huddle up. Again, balance attack. They operate in the middle of the field as they go right to left on your radio dial. 2 left, 2 right. And in the backfield is Isaac Lemieux, the junior. He'll be with Harris. So the junior quarterback steps back now in shotgun formation. He'll take the snap. Good snap. Sets up in the pocket. Gets hit as he releases it. He's got it downfield and bobbling it and catching the ball, coming down with it.
Boy, Isaac Lemieux, yeah, he caught
Isaac Lemieux.
It popped him in the hands, got up onto his shoulder pad, and he had the wherewithal to slow himself down enough to get that ball into his hands. Gets across midfield. He's down to the 40-yard line of West Catholic.
Huge pickup by Coopersville. And Isaac Lemieux out of the backfield. Here goes jet sweep fake. Harris will keep it. He'll bounce it out to the far side on the right side. West Catholic stays. Nice job on contain there, Joe. That's number 4, Gabe Schweiders.
Yeah, along with Mike Murphy in there. They just followed him down the line of scrimmage, heading to the far sideline, and no gain on the play. West Catholic defense starting out very good here.
So 2nd down and 10, no pickup on the play. This time, Coopersville will go 3 wide left, 1 right on the short side of the field as they operate on the right hash. Stepping up to the line of scrimmages. Harris now he'll back up in shotgun formation with Lemieux on his right. Jet sweep fake to him. Harris keeps it. Takes the ball up the middle. Pickup of about 3 on the play. Nice job there by Chris Schaub.
Yeah, Chris Schaub in on the tackle. I'll tell you what I did see, though, is that Coopersville line made a great push. Chris Schaub was able to get in through one of the gaps.
3rd down and 7. Ball's at the 37 of West. First possession of the game. We're at the 9:41 mark here in the first. West Catholic comes in at number 2 in D5. Coopersville, number 10 in Division 3 this year as they moved up from Division 4. And they fall right behind East Grand Rapids, who's ranked number 9 in Division 3. Here goes Harris. Hand off to Lemieux up the middle. He'll get stopped after a 2-yard gain, and the ball's on the ground. And I think he recovered it, Joe. He certainly did.
Yeah, that first 3rd and long, a designed quarterback draw, a little fake handoff. That's going to put the Broncos into a 4th down situation. It looks like they're gonna putt this away. It's a little bit long for the kickers.
This is interesting at the high school level. 4th and 6, balls at the 36. I would absolutely watch for a fake here. This is perfect fake territory. We'll see what we have. Here goes the punter, Nick Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
Back. He's got his feet on the 50. West Catholic's got most of the guys up, only one guy back. They're expecting them. Nope, here goes the kick, end over end kick. Nice kick. Hits at the 18, takes a Coopersville bounce at the 13. And I think West Catholic will take that, given the fact that they're at the 36-yard line.
Absolutely.
23-yard punt.
Yeah. As we get the lights turned on already here tonight, West Catholic coming out for their first offensive set. We're at 8:25 in the first quarter. We're scoreless here in Coopersville. Big battle between, we'll call it West Side rivals.
Sure.
West side of the metro area.
So West Catholic takes over first down. They're actually spotted at the 12. They've got their white uniforms, green numbers on their jerseys. They've got that green stripe down the side of the jersey pants. Here goes handoff to Charlie DeBruin over the left side. Breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, tries to cut it back inside. He's up to the 19. Nice hard run by Charlie DeBruin. Picks up about 6.5 on the play. 7, Joe. Let's give him 6 on the play. Second down.
Yeah, did a nice job to break, contain, got around the outside edge and dodged a would-be tackler. Picked up, 5 or 6 on the play.
2 wide right for West. In motion goes Stoner, and he'll go slot left. Here goes DeBruin again up the middle, breaks 1 tackle. And he runs into 2 Broncos, and he goes down after a pickup of 3 or 4 on the play. No, they'll give him a pickup of 5, Joe. Just got over the first yard marker. 1st and 10 for West as they move the chains.
Didn't look like it from here, but I guess he got there.
Right. So 7:33 mark, scoreless first. In motion, Perry. He'll stop. Here goes DeBruin over the left side. Nice hole, but boy, that hole kind of clogs up in a hurry. Pickup of 4 or 5 on the play. Nice hard run by DeBruin.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll take those 4, 5, 6-yard runs all night long. And West in a hurry up here. They're already lined up.
DeBruin again on the left side. He's got a lot of blockers in front of him. Breaks a couple tackles on the line. He breaks free. He's up over the 50, down to the 45, and he'll get kicked out of bounds. Nice run by Charlie DeBruin.
About 32 yards on that play. And he got to the edge, had some nice blockers out ahead of him, and got across the line of scrimmage. He's out to the 45-yard line of Coopersville, so West Catholic now in the Bronco territory.
And we talked about it at the pregame. One of the keys of the game, establish the run.
Yes.
West Catholic doing it here on the first drive. Here goes a quick hitter out in the flats to Carter Perry on the near side. He's got a block. He's at the 40, down to the 37. Got a nice block there, Joe.
A lot of running to
by Ethan Stoner.
Pick up about 8 on that play.
That's one underrated thing, right, with wide receivers.
Yeah.
How important it is. Yeah, you need to catch the ball, but you need to be a good blocker as well. Nice blocking there by the wide receiving core of West Catholic.
You got to block before you can catch a pass.
Second down and 2 to go. Trips left for West. Shotgun formation. Goes Wickstra out in the flats. He's got Carter Perry again on the other side. He'll get tackled right away. Coopersville came in. Not a good block on that side. Coopersville tackles for a loss.
Yeah, Sam McDonald, number 11, read that one all the way. Carter Perry couldn't get out of the way of McDonald, and a tackle for a loss of about 4 on the play, Tom. It's going to bring them to a 3rd and 5 now.
3rd and a long 5. Balls at the 40 of Coopersville. 2 right. Hand off to DeBruin. He'll get wrapped up right away and goes down at the 39. That'll bring up a 4th and 4. Now, interesting, Coopersville chose to punt at the 36 with a 4th and 4.
Right.
West Catholic has the same, basically the same exact setup here, 4th and 4 at their own at the Coop 39, and they're going to choose to do the same thing that Coopersville did. They'll punt it away.
or they'll do a Lions thing here.
Oh, yeah, watch out. And they're going to do the Lions thing. Direct snap, and that's a first down. Joe Sack called it.
Connor Olszewski, direct snap to number 7. He went right up the middle. The line cleared a hole for him. He got 2 more than he needed, and West Catholic gets a first down on 4th and 5.
Landon Grove watched Dan Campbell last night and pulled out the same trick on the first drive as the Lions did last night.
Not as deep in their own territory.
Carter Perry in motion. He doesn't get it. Wickstrom, he'll step on the pocket. He's getting chased out of the pocket. Then he goes deep. He's got a receiver wide open. Touchdown West! Cole Bauer!
Chaz Vida, number 3.
No, that's Cole Bauer.
I'm sorry, that was Cole?
That was Cole Bauer.
Oh, it was Cole Bauer.
You got it.
Read that wrong. Cole Bauer rated in for the first custom caulking touchdown of the night for West Catholic. Well, I'll tell you what. Alec Wickstrom just pulled back. He was under pressure as the pocket closed in on him, and he hurled that ball in the end zone, and Cole Bauer had about 4 yards separation.
Yes.
And the extra point is up and good, and West Catholic on the board first at the 4:51 mark in the first quarter, 7-0 over the Broncos.
35-yard touchdown reception. And I love Wickstrom there, Joe. He got pressured from the outside, stepped up in the pocket, kept his composure.
Right.
And he was really feeling the heat, let it fly. And Bauer had a lot of room behind the receiver, or behind the defensive back. He just had to wait for the ball, and it got there just in time before the defender closed in on him.
So Wickstrom to Cole Bauer. What do we have for yardage on that one, Tom?
That's about 35 yards.
35
Yeah,
yards.
we'll get the official from
Groomsy.
From Groomsy, we're at 34, 36, but I think it was about a 35-yarder.
Yeah.
So.
And right after a sneak punt that allowed West Catholic to keep the ball on a 4th and 5.
So 88-yard drive, Joe. 88-yard drive for West Catholic. Goes Landon Smith,
Big
end
kick.
over end kick. And Coopersville drops the ball at the 16, picks it up at the 20, up to the 23.
It was Isaac Lemieux, a little bit of mishandling right there. He was able to have that ball in front of him. He kept it there, scooped it up, and he's just over the 20-yard line, right? 24-yard line.
Hey, it's new this year. West Catholic Athletics YouTube live channel. Make sure you share this link with all your friends and family out there, as everyone kind of gets used. We were on Michigan Sports Radio for the last 13 years,
right.
So I think a lot of people will go to that site until they hear. So make sure you share that and post it. And
tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell the neighbors.
Yeah.
Tell the grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever.
Copy that link and send it in a group text to your friends so they can listen in to West Catholic football as well. Here goes shotgun Harris. He'll fake it. He'll keep it. Fake the pitch as he goes option. He gets up over the 35 to the 38. And a gain of 13 on the play. First down, Broncos.
Nice job, Bo Harris on the RPO. Kept it himself. Broke contain, got a first down, and the ball's all the way up to the 38-yard line now. He's a good-looking quarterback.
He really is. And he's only a junior. We'll see him again next year. Here goes shotgun. Hand up the middle to Lemieux. He's going to get stopped on the right side after a pickup of 1, maybe 2 on the play. Second down and 9 for the Broncos.
Middle's not quite working. J.J. Hurd is blocking over there.
Well, you've got big Wyatt Frederickson. 6'2", 235 pounds,
Yep.
kind of clog in the middle up there.
Yep. Very athletic young man.
This time Lemieux will go off to the left of Harris as Harris checks his wrist for the signals. 2 left, 2 right. Harris is going to throw the ball. He's got a receiver on a slant, catching it at the 40, down to the 35. Inside the 30 is number 8, Zach Quigley again.
Zach Quigley, I'll tell you what, that play worked. That was pretty close to the last time. And Chaz Vida on the tackle there, but deep into West Catholic territory are the Broncos.
1st and 10, balls at the 30. Here goes a quick pitch out to the right side, and Nick Flash Gordon is going to go down for a loss.
Really good pursuit there by Ryer Snow from his defensive end position. Kind of chased him down on that pitch. And Harris looked like he was going to take it. I think he likes to call his own number a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
He's a big fella. He can run.
7-0 is your score at the 3:04 mark here in the first as the sun begins to set, casting some shadows on the field. Coopersville going right to left on your radio dial. Trips left for Coop, one right, as Harris will look over to the sidelines to get the call from head coach Ed Kamen.
A little bit bright. The sun's come out right now, and the Broncos have to look to the sideline into the sun.
Shotgun snap, hand up the middle. So pickup of about 2 or 3 on the play. That's
number 33.
Evan Arnold. He's a big
Evan
boy.
Arnold. He is.
First touch for the fullback tonight.
Also plays linebacker. He's going to stay in the ball game, and he's set up to the left of Harris.
3rd and 14 as West Catholic decides to take a timeout. They didn't like something there, Joe.
No, they didn't.
They know Harris is probably going to throw the ball. They want to make sure that they're set up right. So good timeout by Landon Grove and company, and Darren Smith, the defensive coordinator for West.
Space and Bills here. Hey, since 1965, West End Body has been serving Grand Rapids when those days happen, and you know they happen. So if you've had a mishap with your vehicle, call Chris and Kelly Nemmers to get everything fixed up. They work with all insurance companies, and West End Body's your single source for collision repair. West End Body, located at 1693 Leonard Northwest. And by Melissa Homewood and the Lash Group of eXp Realty. eXp Realty is a national leader in real estate, and Melissa Homewood is your local expert when it comes to buying or selling your home in West Michigan. Melissa can orchestrate market watches, property searches, and home value assessments to make your buying or selling process as thorough as it can be. You can find Realtor Melissa Homewood on the web at melissahomewood.com. That's melissahomewood.com. Melissa Homewood, the Lash Group, and eXp Realty, your real estate done right. You see both teams coming back out onto the field.
3rd and 14 for Coopersville. They got to get down to almost the 20-yard line of West. So Evan Arnold will stay in there at fullback. He'll be off to the left of Harris. 2 right, 2 left. 3 down linemen for West. Here goes Harris. He's going to throw the ball. He's going deep. Got a receiver there all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Broncos! Number 5, Luke Stanton went up high and grabbed it. And pending the extra point, Coopersville is looking to tie it up.
Big 33-yard pitch and catch. And that was Harris to Zach Quigley. Boy, he reared back and he threw that one up there. Nice delivery of the ball and a great readjustment by Zach Quigley to pull that one down. Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick is up by Evan Olson, and we've got a tie ball game here at the 2:03 mark in the first.
Well, Coopersville didn't take long to answer.
No, they didn't.
They came back and said, you know what? We can do it. Nice balanced attack by the Broncos there. A little bit of passing, a little bit of rushing, trying to keep West Catholic off balance. And that's one thing that West has not seen a lot of this year. Teams have not passed on them. They really stuck with that running game. Edwardsburg did that. And even Union, ran the ball quite a bit last week. So Coopersville's got a really good passing attack here, and it showed that possession. 2:03 mark, 7-7's your score.
Hey, if you need to repair or replace your roof, choose Moore & Sons Roofing, where you don't just get a great roof, you get a great roofing experience. The quality and craftsmanship that they invest into every roof is second to none in the industry. So for all your roofing needs, choose Moore & Sons Roofing, and Owens Corning certified contractor. Here come the Broncos.
So that was
Kicking
Harris
off.
to Stanton.
Oh, it was
number
Stanton.
5.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
I need better glasses. So we need an
I'll call it
optical.
Al Stanton. I think you thought it was an 8, but it was number 5 for sure. Here we go. End over end kickoff down at the 5. West Catholic gets it at 10, 15, 20, 25. Up into the 27 goes Nolan Reinhardt. Nice return by Reinhardt. You like to see that because Reinhardt can break it all the way at any time. So nice job of him fielding it inside his own 5 and taking it out.
Wearing that number 1 jersey very proudly this year. Charlie DeBruin with the 0, not the 39 like he had last year. And here comes the Falcons offense.
So ball's at the 27, 1st and 10. See if the Falcons can answer here. Well, you've got 2 really good offensive teams, one averaging 59 in West and another in 49 with Coopersville. So we're going to see some points on the board tonight. 2 left, 2 right for West. Here goes a handoff over the right side. Breaking the tackle is Charlie DeBruin. He'll get it up over the 30 to the 34. Nice hard run by DeBruin.
Very shifty getting through the line. He had to bob and weave a little bit, but got himself 6 yards.
Yeah, really, really nice run. Good vision by Charlie on that. He'll line up to the right of Wickstrom now. Yeah, Zolszewski goes in motion. He'll get it on a flare pass out in the flats on the far side of the field. Take it up over the 40 to the 43 goes Zolszewski. Nice job getting him the ball on the run in space.
Absolutely. Isaac Lemieux on the tackle. And West Catholic gets up to the 43.
Yeah, 1st and 10. Move the chains again for West.
First quarter winding down. We're at 1:13 here to go.
2 right, 1 left. Here goes DeBruin over the left side. Nice hole. He'll dive forward to the 48. So pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Falcons.
I'll tell you what, 5 6-yard runs, just boom, boom, boom.
7-7's your score as we get inside the 1-minute mark here in the first. It's going to be a great game here. 2 top 10 teams in their respective divisions. Here goes a reverse. DeBruin will reverse it to Cole Bauer. Cole Bauer will get stuck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 for West.
Yeah, it's just late developing. That play takes a long time to get working. Coopersville's got a lot of athletes out there. They were not tricked on that. It was a loss of about 5 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
We're inside 10 seconds. Let's see if they get another snap off or they let the
They're just
first
going to
quarter
hold
wind
up.
down. Looks like they are. Hey, give us a text. 616-262-9270. 616-262-9270. Let us know where you're listening out there on YouTube Live.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, and fall's the perfect time to create the beautiful landscape you've been wanting around your home. Shaner Avenue Nursery is the team you need to help to make your project a reality. Kristen Perez, proud West Catholic parent from Shaner Avenue Nursery, will meet and design the look you want to make your home the envy of the neighborhood. Just contact Shaner Avenue Nursery and Kristen Perez at 616-293-7228. Well, I'll tell you what, 7-7 going into the second. That was a very quick first quarter, Tom, and I think we were right. This is a pretty even matchup.
Yeah, it's a very even matchup. Coopersville is, they're on a mission tonight.
I think so.
I really think they're on a mission tonight. And they're proudly wearing that American flag on their shoulders. They've got stripes on one shoulder, and then they've got the stars on the other one. And so really slick military uniform, that military green, and they're playing with a lot of pride. You like to see that.
Absolutely. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't think too far out on a limb, but I think West Catholic's outsized just a little bit, even with the skill players.
Yeah, definitely
this
the
is
biggest,
a big team. This
yeah,
is the biggest Coopersville team we've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, I think forever. In the 13 years that we've been broadcasting, it might be the biggest team that we've seen. So, all right. Cutting back to the action now as West Catholic has a 3rd and 9. In the second quarter here, they're going to go from your right to your left. and they're all white uniforms with the white helmets. Here goes Wickstrom. He's in shotgun formation. He'll look over to the sidelines, get the call from Landon Grove. Here he goes Wickstrom. He's going to set up the screenplay. He's got it there and getting wrapped up right away. Going to lose a few yards on the play is number 7, Connor Olszewski. That'll bring up a 4th and 12 for West.
Yeah, that was really sniffed out. Ball was delivered. I think it got tipped a little bit, but Cole Bauer snagged it. As soon as he took it out of the air, he was hit and dropped. And now West Catholic in a punting situation here. Back for the Broncos.
Here comes the snap, and here goes the kick.
Lemieux.
Nice kick. And fair catch at the 24 is going to be Isaac Lemieux for Coopersville. So Coopersville gets the ball back. Tie game as they get their first possession here in the second quarter.
Quick 3 and out for West Catholic. You know, the Broncos building a little bit of momentum here after the score, and then a quick 3 and out for West, forcing them to punt after a little bit of a botched screen play there that put them into a 4th and 12 situation. West Catholic puts their defense back out.
Thanks again for joining us, the West Catholic Athletics YouTube page. Make sure you give us a text, 616-262-9270, 616-262-9270, and be sure to share the link with all your West Catholic alumni and friends of the high school. As bulldoze run by Isaac Lemieux up the middle, and he picks up a Coopersville first down. Nice hard run by Lemieux.
Tell you what, they're pushing that defensive front of the Falcons around a little bit. So a 1st and 10, ball's going to be at the 36-yard line. West Catholic puts 4 men on the front.
All right, hand up the middle, no going this time. Pickup of 1 on the play.
That was Isaac Lemieux.
Josh Mitchell in on the tackle.
Yeah, and talking with Scott Morgan, he really likes the way that Isaac Lemieux runs. He's a patient runner, and why wouldn't you be having all of that
right.
offensive line up there? Now we've got Fredrickson that comes across the line of scrimmage, so that's going to be defensive encroachment. Going to walk it ahead 5 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Coopersville after the penalty. Gabe Powers on the defensive line there too. Gabe goes 6'3", 270. He's a space eater. As Coopersville goes jet sweep, and they'll get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job by Mike Murphy. Sniffed that out right away, Joe.
Absolutely. Murphy ran right down the line, and that's going to be no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Broncos. So both defenses getting out there a little bit. Broncos have had a little bit more success offensively in these medium-sized, these medium-range pass plays.
Right.
But running the ball, West Catholic's done a nice job at containing the Broncos.
Stoner and Mitchell will occupy the defensive end positions for West here on defense. Here goes a snap. Harris gets it. Huge hole. He breaks the tackle. Breaks on the 45. He's at the 35, 30. He's down to the 20-yard line. He broke a couple tackles, and he had a lot of room to run there, Joe.
Boy, and just as soon as I say that, they crack off a long run. Eventually brought down by Nolan Reinhart, but what a nice run by Bo Harris. Design draw play for the quarterback, and off he ran. They're down now just outside the red zone, the 22-yard line.
Big holes with the 3-4 alignment of West Catholic. Here goes Harris again, trying to go up the middle. He found a hole as he darted away, and he took a big hit there by Chaz Vida after pickup of about 3 or 4 on the play. They'll be inside the red zone all the way to the 19 of West.
Hey, we want to say hi. Rose Arbanis, of course. She's always our first text. We're big fans of Rose, aren't we?
We are.
They're there with Dave and Cindy, and they're listening. We appreciate you guys. Murray McGrady. Oh, he's up in Vanderbilt, Michigan, and he's listening. I didn't think they had internet up there, Murray.
They do.
Good for you.
How about
Have
it?
to go stand by the telephone pole, maybe.
8:30 left here in the first. 7-7's your score, and Coopersville's on the march. Hand up the middle this time. We'll go to number 2, Isaac Lemieux again. He'll get it down to the 17.
Tony Arbanis, Mary Lynn Arbanis, they're listening. They say, go Falcons.
They're able to get down to the 12 for a first down. Put it at the 13. So 3rd and 1 for Coopersville. Right now they're dominating the line of scrimmage here, Joe. Really having their way, instilling their will here against the West Catholic defense.
Sure, Darren Smith is making mental notes.
Sure is.
West Catholic's
He's
defensive
really good
coordinator.
at adjustments, so we'll see how he does here. Oh, quick movement by Coopersville. I think Coopersville moved first.
Yeah, guard jumped at
Javian Rogers, the senior.
As West Catholic adjusted on the defensive line, he shot forward, and so that's going to back the Broncos up 5 yards.
3rd down and 6 as they shift personnel out. 4 out and 4 in for Coop. So 2 left, 1 right. Lemieux's in there, as well as Nick Gordon. As Coopersville is going to take a timeout, and they're going to talk about it.
Hey, Dubin Dub Attorneys at Law with law offices inside the Amway Grand Plaza. The Dubas specialize in business transactions, mergers and acquisitions, real estate and estate planning. True West Catholic family of students, coaches, boosters, and volunteers. Let Dubin Dub Attorneys at Law help with all your legal needs. And Custom Caulking is the contractor's choice for waterproofing and crack sealing in West Michigan and beyond, both residential and commercial. Custom Caulking should be your only call. On-the-spot color blending and friendly service is what to expect from Custom Caulking. The Norder family proudly supports West Catholic football and all athletic programs. So we see both teams lined up at the numbers. Darren Smith talking it over with his defensive squad. And they come back on their side of the field. The Broncos break from Ed Kamen. And they get their marching orders. We're at the 7:24 mark in the second quarter. It's a tie ball game, 7-7 here at Coopersville.
Here goes shotgun formation. Lemieux gets the ball up the middle. Huge hole. He's at the 10, down to the 5 before he gets stopped. And that will be a Coopersville first down.
We've got Juan Monteo, Bronco lineman, senior offensive lineman. He is down on the field right now, so we've got an official's timeout. Boy, that hole opened up in a hurry, Tom. And a nice run for the Broncos to get down to the 5-yard line here as we've got an injured player on the field. Give us a text if you're listening out there. We'd appreciate knowing how we're coming in. Just text us at 616-262-9270. That's 616-262-9270. Take a look at across the field. There's some site work going on behind the visitor sidelines, Tom. And I believe it's an indoor. They're putting in an indoor soccer and lacrosse facility.
Okay.
And a lot of yellow, big pieces of equipment, big piles of dirt. I don't think they're going to grow corn. They're going to grow a big building over there.
Right. Well, Coopersville is looking very impressive on this drive. And one thing that teams have not been able to do, Joe, is run up the middle on West.
Yep.
Coopersville has found a way to run up the middle on West.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Murray McGrady said he's on the satellite systems.
Oh, there you go.
That-a-way. Good to hear from you, Murray. We appreciate it. Billy K, he texted me earlier. He said, hey, man, thinking about the game. I'm going to be listening. He says he loves it when we play Coopersville. And Ben Sweedyke, he's listening here vividly, he says, getting ready for a big coaching debut with the 3rd and 4th grade Westside team. You go, Ben. Ben's got quite a golf game, too. Played in an outing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's got some distance off the tee. Good to hear from you, Ben. And happy birthday to Coach Mitchell Doyle. He's 23. And Dad Dave is 60 from Nana and Uncle T. So the Doyles have got 2 birthdays today.
How about it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate that, Nana and Uncle T. Both teams come out after the injury timeout. Coopersville's going to line up at the West Catholic 5-yard line. They're on the doorstep here.
Here goes Harris. Lemieux's off to his left. Up the middle goes Lemieux. He bounces outside. Is he in? He's got a touchdown, Coopersville.
Touchdown, Coopersville.
Broncos, 5-yard touchdown run by Lemieux, and West Catholic trails for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. So a 5-yard run in for Coopersville from Isaac Lemieux.
Here comes the kicker. And it's up, and it's good. So that's Evan Olson with the kick. And 14-7's your score at the 7-minute mark here in the second.
And you couldn't be more right, Tom. I can't remember the last time West Catholic, well, they were behind in the state championship game for a little bit.
Well, Edwardsburg did march down the very first possession, right?
Yep.
And scored, and then it was all West after that.
There you go.
So that's the last time they were behind.
Paget Business Services, your small business experts for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and payroll. Don't have your tax prep and accounting be a coin toss. Leave it to Paget Business Services to get it right. Falcon fans, visit Paget online at www.pbsgr. That's PBSGR. And thanks, Mark Davey and the great staff at Paget. They're located on Lake Michigan Drive, right next to Mr. Berger. Come the Broncos for the kick to the Falcons. Big kick deep.
Huge.
To
Here goes Reinhardt at the 8. He's up in the middle, head of steam. He's at the 15, 20, 30-yard line. Goes Nolan Reinhardt. Nice return by Nolan. It'll be 1st and 10 for West as they look to tie things up here in the second. 6.5 minutes to go until halftime.
Well, let's see what kind of changes West Catholic's offense is going to make. They went 3 and out their last offensive series. Ended up punting to Coopersville. Coopersville drove down the field and scored here a moment ago. 14-7, the Broncos lead the Falcons. Here comes West Catholic, led by Alex Wickstrom. They're going to get started on the 30-yard line. So, offense looks to the sideline for the play call to come in from Landon Grove.
Yeah,
I think there's maybe some question on the clock, maybe the play clock.
Hey, it's never too early to start your planning for your child's future. We invite you to join us at West Catholic High School on Thursday, September 28th at 6:30 p.m. to learn how you can make Catholic education affordable for your family. Anyone considering or currently investing in K-12 Catholic education is invited to attend. Visit grwestcatholic.org/admissions to RSVP. That's grwestcatholic.org/admissions. And here we go. Wickstrom, shotgun formation to Bruin off to his right. 2 left, 1 right. Slot goes Ethan Stoner to the right. Now DeBrun will shift over to the left of Wickstrom. Here goes a snap, low snap. It's out there in the flats, and just getting it before being picked off all the way up to the 50-yard line.
Boy, Ethan Stoner, man, once he had that ball, he was met as he caught the ball, but kind of released himself from the grab of a Bronco tackler and he exerted his will on the next would-be tackler, got himself all the way to midfield. West Catholic looking to get into Bronco territory. Really nice pick up there.
Wickstrom really threaded the needle there.
He did.
That could have been a pick six the other way. 2 left, 1 right, balls in midfield. Here goes DeBrun up the middle. He finds a seam. He's up over the 40, down to the 37. Nice hard run by Charlie DeBrun. He's got a West Catholic first down.
Pickup of about 13, just went right up the middle, very quick. Got through the line, very quick step by Charlie, and a hard run. Finally brought down by the linebacking core.
1st and 10, balls at the 37. DeBrun will be off to the left of Wickstrom this time. 2 left, 1 right. Going to pass Wickstrom. He's looking to go deep. And down the middle, and he overthrows it. He gets picked off. Interception by Coopersville back to the 30-yard line.
Luke Stanton with the pick there. Wickstrom put it out kind of in the open, and opportunity for Luke Stanton. He just stepped in front of it, and that's the first turnover for West Catholic tonight. I think first turnover of the year for West Catholic.
Right.
And that's going to set Coopersville up on their own 30-yard line with 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter, with the Broncos leading 14-7. First real miscue for Alex Wickstrom.
Yeah, threw it into
this year.
Threw it into some coverage, looking to kind of thread the needle there as well, but just overthrew his target a little bit. Picked off by Coop. And they've got the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Hand up the middle. And after about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Isaac Lemieux on the carry.
Lemieux again. Boy, he's the workhorse, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. He's a big kid, too. Big kid running the ball. Mike Murphy in on the tackle from his linebacker's position.
He's only a junior. He's a kid you want to tackle with the ankles.
I think so.
I think so. Lemieux's going to be off to his right. Off to the left is Nick Gordon. So they've got 2 backs in the backfield joining Harris. So they go left to right on your radio dial. 5:25 mark, 14-7 your score. Coopersville with the lead.
Plays called in by Ed Kamen, and Broncos come set.
Here goes pitch option, and Harris avoids 1 tackler, and then he'll get wrapped up and put down by Stoner. So nice aggressive pursuit by the West Catholic defense here on the near side.
First contact made by Josh Mitchell. Slowed him down just enough to have Mike Murphy and company come over, make the tackle. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 now for the Broncos.
1 left, 2 right. They're operating on the near hash. So they go left to right on your radio dial. Now they'll send 2 left, 2 right. Single backfield is Isaac Lemieux off to the left of Harris. In motion goes Gordon. Keeping it is Harris up the middle, and he'll get stuffed right away. No gain for Harris. Guess who's there, Joe?
Ryer Snow.
And Gabe Powers.
Ryer came in from, he was set up quite a bit off the line there, looking for coverage for a running back coming out, but he made his way all the way to the middle of the play.
Gabe's only a junior.
Yeah.
6'5" or 6'3", 270. He's
a
run
big
stopper.
Kid, you bet.
Yeah, he's a run stopper. Full backfield, punt formation goes Coopersville on the 4th and 4. West better be ready for the fake. Nope, here goes the kick. No, not a good kick. It lands at the 48 of West, takes a Coopersville bounce, only gets a yard on it as it goes out of bounds here on the near side, so at the 47. So 16-yard punt by Coopersville.
What did you see? The punt protect team was about the biggest I've ever seen, too.
Yeah, that was huge. I thought they were going to run it.
They had the big fellas out there, so ball's going to be marked at the West Catholic 47-yard line. That's where West is going to try to get some offense together here after the last two series going 3 and out, and then a pick thrown by Alec Wickstrom. Here's a quick handoff.
There goes a handoff to DeBruin. He breaks one tackle. He's got one Coopersville defender. He drags from the 48 down to the 45-yard line. Just pulled that defender along for a few yards.
Just a hard runner.
They're going to place that all the way to the 43. They're going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for West. They're on the move. 3:24 left in the first half.
You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of Connor Olszewski or Mike Murphy in the backfield yet.
No, we haven't. Here goes DeBruin, left side again. He sidesteps one guy, still on his feet, inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 33. Another hard run. He's close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. And he got 10 on the play, Joe. Move the chains. First down, West.
Nice tackle by the junior linebacker, Tyler Terpstra, number 23 on that play. Taking down Charlie DeBruin.
Boy, this would be nice for West because they would get the ball back to start the second half.
Man, we are at the 2:50 mark with the clock running here until halftime.
2 right, 1 left for West. Fake handoff. Little jet sweep to Carter Perry on the near side here as he'll step out of bounds after just maybe a yard or 2 pickup. Didn't have a lot of room on the near side here.
Had some blockers out there, but just ran out of room near the sideline. So he stepped out of bounds. And a gain of just 1 on the play.
2nd down and 9 for West. Ball at the 32. Slot right goes Stoner. Bauer in motion. Hand up the middle. Goes Cole DeBruin inside the 25 to the 24. He put both hands around that and just did a Franco Harris run right over the left side and picked up about 7 on the play.
I'll tell you what, Charlie DeBruin is in beast mode tonight. He's chipping away. He's the better part of the offense right now.
3rd down and 2 as we near the 2-minute mark. 2:10 on the clock. Tight formation for West with Stoner going slot left. And Coopersville is going to take a timeout. They didn't like what they saw. No. They want to talk about it. And that's what we'll think. A few more of our sponsors, Joe.
Yeah. Frank's Market, the new Frank's Market, located at 1020 West Fulton in Grand Rapids, featuring the area's best fresh and smoked kielbasa, awesome steak, succulent roasts, hot shots, and deli meats. Stop in and experience the fantastic service and products the Stanizak family has delivered in Grand Rapids for decades. Since 1933, Frank's Market is the only choice. And financial planning at West Catholic for kindergarten to 12th grade and beyond. It's never too early to start planning for your child's future. We invite you to join us at West Catholic High School on Thursday, September 28th. That's Thursday, September 28th at 6:30 p.m. to learn how you can make West Catholic education affordable for your family. Anyone considering or currently investing in K through 12 Catholic education is invited to attend. Please visit grwestcatholic.org/admissions to RSVP.
And here we go. Big 3rd down play for West. 3rd and 2 as DeBruin will go off to the right of Wickstrom. 2 right. Here goes jet sweep. Going over the right side and getting a first down. Nice hard run by Connor Olszewski.
And Olszewski, he
fumbled the ball.
Well, he dropped the ball.
Got it.
The far officials said that he was down initially, and I think he got overruled by the White Hats, so that ball ended up on the ground. And it's Coopersville ball. 2nd turnover of the game for West Catholic.
That is a huge turnover, Coopersville. West Catholic was driving all the way down to the 20 of Coopersville. They come up with nothing. 2 turnovers here in the first half.
And Olszewski had the yardage to get the first down. Now we've got a timeout now coming for Coopersville. And Ed Kamen wants to make the most of the next 2 minutes and 1 second in the half to try to get a 2-score lead on the Falcons after they put the ball on the carpet.
Huge drive here for the defense of West. They need to stop Coop.
Absolutely. Hey, Fox Pools located on Alpine Avenue between 7 and 8 Mile Roads. Fox Pools, West Michigan's best source for both in-ground and above-ground pools, featuring a full-service showroom with chemicals, supplies, and accessories. Offering annual closing and opening services as well as repairs and installation, Fox Pools does it right. And since 1965, West End Body's been serving Grand Rapids when those days happen, and you know they do happen. So if you've had a mishap with your vehicle, call Chris and Kelly Nemmers to get everything fixed up. Working with all insurance companies, West End Body's your single source for collision repair. Join us at halftime for the West End Body Halftime Show, where we'll have Steve Grooms and all of his statistics, and Tom and I with our analysis.
Important to realize here, Joe,
Yep.
Coopersville does not have any more timeouts. So West Catholic got to keep these Coopersville receivers and running backs
In check.
in check,
Yeah.
in the line of in the field. Don't let them get out of bounds. Hand up the middle as West Catholic was protecting the edges, but Lemieux goes up to the 30, pick up a 10, move the chains, 1st and 10. Remember, high school football, first down, they stop the clock to move the chains. Once those chains get set, they'll run it. So we're at the 149 mark here in the second as Harris looks at his wrist, gets the play. And Coopersville is going to be running quickly here. Lemieux off to his right. And he's going to keep it again up the middle. Nice hard run. And he'll pick up 4 on the play. 2nd down. Actually, he'll give him 5. 2nd and a short 6, we'll say, for Coopersville. 1:22, clock ticking away. No timeouts left for Coopersville. So West doing a good job protecting the edges, but Coopersville's been exploiting the middle of the field. So let's see here. Hand up the middle again to Lemieux. He actually runs into his own guy. He's still got the legs chugging. He's all the way to the 44-yard line, and another Coopersville first down.
Big gain of 13, almost 14 yards. And, yeah, Coopersville is exerting their will on the West Catholic defensive front.
We're at the 59-second mark here. Shotgun formation. There goes Harris. He's going to pass it this time. He's going deep. He's got a receiver there. 2 West Catholic defenders there. Knocks the ball away. And they were looking for a flag.
Yeah,
boy, that was so well defended.
Bronco faithful.
Yeah,
we had 3 guys going for the ball, so everybody was pretty well eligible.
Yes. He was so well covered. So 48 seconds. The clock will stop here. 14-7 your score. Coopersville over West. West has not trailed at the end of any half so far this year as they're into their 3rd game. 1 left, 2 right for Coopersville. Lemieux stays in there. Bo Harris, the junior quarterback, shotgun formation. He'll hand up the middle of the Lemieux again. He's got a big hole. He's up over the 50, down to the 48 of West.
Brought down by Fredrickson,
3rd down,
albeit 9 yards downfield.
3rd and 2, clock still rolling, 32 seconds, 31, 30. Look for Coopersville to pass the ball here. Lemieux's off to his left. Here goes Lemieux. He is looking to pass. Got plenty of time. Everybody's back for West. Still out of time. Now he'll throw it out of bounds. So he threw it into the track, Joe.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 1 to go, but only 17 seconds to go. Took a little while. He was looking for a receiver downfield, came to the near side, kind of gave up on finding anybody, and threw that ball wisely out of bounds.
Now this will be interesting. Is it going to be pooch punt time for Coop on 4th and 1, or are they going to try to go for it up the middle? If they're going to run it, they're going to run it up the middle. So I'd clog the middle if I was West. Shotgun formation goes Harris. He's going to run it up the middle with Lemieux, and it's a first down, Coop. They want to get into field goal position. They're at the 13-second, and that actually works. That they were so close to a first down because they had to stop for the chains, and the clock's still not running. And it's at 11, and now the clock will stop as Harris throws it into the ground at the 10-second mark. So nowhere near his field goal position yet. Probably got to get it down to at least, what do you think, the 25, Joe, for a legitimate shot at a field goal?
I think so. Yeah, they could get 2 plays off here if they pass one to the side of the ball. But why would you? You are running the ball so well.
Trips right, one left.
Take a good shot here. Get some blocking. Here's a call in from Ed Kamen.
This might be a good time for a blitz, but West only has 3 down linemen. They're playing it really safe. 8 guys back. Here goes Harris. He's got a pass. He's got a receiver there at the 32, down to the 29. Is number 5, Luke Stanton. 3 seconds left on the clock. They have just enough time to spike it. And they spike it with 2 seconds left.
2 seconds
1
to go,
second
down to
left.
1, actually.
So here goes the field goal unit.
Actually, they ran out of time. They want 1 second on the clock. So they are. You can see the official pointing up to the upstairs in the press box. They say, put 1 second on the clock. So here comes the field goal unit.
46-yard attempt for Coopersville. Last play of the first half, 14-7 Coop right now. Here goes the snap. It's down, it's good. The kick's up. It is on the way and is no good. It gets fielded by West Catholic. They're going to run it back, but I guess you can't do that in high school.
That's going to do it for the first the first half of play here at Coopersville. Both teams run off the field. The Broncos imposing their will on West Catholic, and they lead the ball game 14-7, Tom. And I'll tell you what, that front line of the Broncos is for real.
Creating some holes.
We'll
see what the rushing yards are for Coop, but it's got to be between 150 and 200 yards perhaps.
Easily.
They've had their will.
And we said this a couple of years ago. I think it was in the 2021 game, where could you have had a better half of football to come out of your Bronco team?
Right.
You remember this? We had a close one a couple of years ago, ended up in a 28-24 win for the Falcons, but the first half of football went so well for the Broncos. We thought this thing was over,
Right.
I mean, I think it was a 3-score lead going into halftime. As you join us here on the West End Body Halftime Show. And Steve Grooms brings his laptop over with all the stats for the first half of play here on the.
Let's kind of go through the scoring summary here as West Catholic were the first team to strike tonight. Cole Bauer, 34-yard pass from Alec Wickstrom. Landon Smith with the extra point. Then Coopersville came back.
Yeah, they did.
Right on their next possession. Luke Stanton, 33-yard pass from Evan Olson. So you had a 34-yard pass and a 33-yard pass, your first 2 touchdown scores. Then, of course, Isaac Lemieux with a 2-yard touchdown plunge in the Olson kick, and it's 14-7 Coopersville. Some miscues on West Catholic. West Catholic played fairly well offensively, but some miscues.
Right.
And 2 turnovers, 1 deep down into Coopersville territory. Really the difference in the game right now.
Really is, West Catholic driving on both of those. Pick thrown by Alec Wickstrom, and the ball put on the carpet by Connor Olszewski on a run. They had first down yardage, and so West Catholic with 2 turnovers, one resulting in a score for the Broncos, but really stalling the West Catholic offense with those miscues. We want to take a look down here. Very surprisingly, total yards is very, very close. West Catholic with 171 yards of offense. Total yards of offense and 178 yards of total offense for the Broncos. On the West Catholic side, rushing-wise, Charlie DeBruin with 12 rushing attempts for 96 yards. He has really been the workhorse, and he's been the really the only spark for West Catholic's offense here in the first half. Nice, putting up an 8-yard average per touch. Carter Perry had 1 rushing attempt for 1 yard. Connor Olszewski with 2 rushing attempts for 10 yards. And Cole Bauer lost 2 yards on his only attempt. And that gives us 105 yards on 16 attempts. West Catholic averaging 6.6 yards per carry. And through the air, Alec Wickstrom, 6 completions on 7 attempts for 66 yards. He had the 1 touchdown and, of course, the 1 interception.
So really 7 for 7.
7 for 7. Exactly.
The guy just wore the wrong uniform on that 7th.
Yeah, Ethan Stoner, 20 yards on 1 catch. Cole Bauer had the 1 catch for 34 yards. Connor Olszewski targeted twice. He's got 7 yards on his catches. Carter Perry, 2 targets, and he's got 5 yards. Gives us 66 yards for the Falcons, 6 of 7, with a touchdown through the air and 1 interception. Taking a look at Coopersville, Bo Harris, he's had 9 attempts from his quarterback position, calling his own number. And he's a formidable runner, and he's got a great line to run behind. He's got 9 attempts for 63 yards. Isaac Lemieux, really the workhorse here, 11 carries for 73 yards. Nick Gordon's had 2 attempts, but he got backed up. He's got a negative 12 yards. Evan Arnold, 1 touch for 3 yards. And Tyler Terpstra, one carry for 2 yards. That gives them 69 yards of rushing on 34 attempts. I think we've got some variance here from. I don't think these are playing in quite well on Steve's. We're showing
he's got some
negative
62
yards on there for some reason. But their numbers are bigger than what they show. Through the air, Bo Harris is 4 of 9 for 109 yards and 1 touchdown. Caleb Jones, 2 catches for 46 yards. Luke Stanton, 1 catch for 33. Isaac Lemieux with the 1 catch for 30. Of course, Stanton with that touchdown catch. And 109 yards through the air on 4 completions. 12 first downs for Coopersville and 10 first downs for West Catholic. So, really pretty even numbers.
Really even. I mean, you look at that total yards, 178 for Coop and 171 for West. 7-yard difference is all that separates them in the first half. Of course, West Catholic's going to get the ball back.
They will.
To start the second half, and so we'll see if they can tie it up. Yeah, I think really the key for West Catholic in the second half is what Darren Smith's going to be able to do. We talked about it in the pregame show. I said the key to the game was whoever's going to be able to establish that running game.
Yeah.
Coopersville has done that. So what will West do to stop the running game? They've been kind of going to three down linemen. That's normally what they do. Will they put 4 down linemen trying to stuff those holes in the middle a little bit more in the second half or not? That's one of the adjustments I want to see if Darren Smith makes, or what adjustments he makes to stop the run.
Right, and taking a look at Landon Grove and the offense, and Alec Wickstrom having that pick late, you just wonder if he's rattled at all on that, if he needs some settling down or whatnot. Just get him back into that rhythm. Charlie DeBruin, that Coopersville is gonna try to make some adjustments, maybe bring a linebacker in a step or two, or try to fill some holes. But he's been the spark of the West Catholic offense thus far, gaining almost 100 yards in the half. But they're going to have to go through the air a little bit and try to establish that. They've got Charlie. They're going to bring the defense in on him. That should release a little bit through the air. And Alec Wickstrom, he's not one to make very many mistakes. And we'll just see how he rebounds from that pick.
I think with Carter Perry, too, they have not been able to get him unleashed, Joe. Two receptions for only 5 yards. He had that jet sweep on the near side here, only went for a yard. So he's a guy that needs to have space. Look for him to get the ball, maybe even a little bit more here in the second half.
Agreed. And we saw 2 of those reverses that were slow to develop, and Coopersville's just got too good of athletes out on those edges. They read those plays. They're slow developing. I don't see those coming again here in the second half unless something really opens up. I think West Catholic gets down to I think they want to probably take a strike, early, try to figure something out, get through the air, get this game evened up. But on the long haul, it's going to be that ground game, and Charlie DeBruin, and I think we're going to see Connor Olszewski. Coach is going to want to get him back, get him the ball, get the confidence back to him because he's a pretty darn good runner.
And I think that's a good call, too. I think with Mike Murphy, I don't know if you're really going to see him touch the ball much. Yes, he's got 3 touchdowns on the season, but I think you really want him fresh on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to play the entire game defensively, so you really need him to be fresh on that side. So, again, to your point, I think Olszewski and DeBruin are really probably going to carry the ball the most for the second half.
Absolutely, and we saw some good stuff out of Ethan Stoner and Cole Bauer.
Right.
I look to see them get some touches. Cole Bauer coming out of that slot position. We should see some more of that getting around the outside. Let Charlie DeBruin get through the middle, do that heavy lifting, but then get these things out to the outside, these runs, maybe some pitches, and get the athletes out into some space.
All right. Well,
so we want to thank everybody joining us here on the West End Body Halftime Show. Since 1965, West End Body has been serving Grand Rapids when those days happen. So if you've had an accident with your car, just call Chris Kelly Nemmers and get everything fixed up. They work with all insurance companies, and West End Body's your single source for collision repair. West End Body located at 1693 Leonard Northwest. We want to thank Steve Grooms, as always, statistician for West Catholic, and we appreciate everything you do for us, Steve. So he's going to walk right behind us here in a minute. Here he goes. Everybody get a good look at his backside. There you go.
Chaz Vita doing a nice job again defensively. Led the team with Wyatt Fredrickson last week. This week he's already got 7 tackles here in the first half. But
that's saying something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's playing tough, but you don't want your leading tackler to be a defensive back.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. It's a good thing he's doing it, but I'll tell you what, it's been something else. I see. Oh man, the Lemieux family's awesome here.
Okay.
Yeah, one of West Catholic's finest families, and they're out here in Coopersville. So. Love to see these guys. They're waving to us up here in the booth. This is something where West Catholic's really got to get themselves out, tie this thing up early, and find some things to stop Coopersville.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the things too in a game like this is special teams.
Yeah.
And Nolan Reinhardt's had a couple nice returns. Is he going to be able to break one off? Or a Carter Perry who, went for 84 yards last week. Will he be able to break one off? Because West Catholic's got to play clean football, mistake-free football. Don't turn the ball over, and then really work at maybe getting some good special teams performances. Shorten the field for West in order to capitalize on those short fields and to score touchdowns. Yeah,
and special teams we see out here on the field. Here's our field goal unit, and it could come down to that here. This is a tight game, and they're out there practicing while the rest of the team's in the locker room. You're kicking some good ones here too, 30, 35-yarders. Remember, Landon Smith's only a sophomore. Yep. So it's not like he's been in big situations with big kicks. So it would be a lot on a sophomore, but it absolutely could come down to that. We're at the 3-minute mark here before halftime is over as both teams start to enter the field of play. Here comes West Catholic. Again, and they're all white uniforms with their white helmets. Stick with us. We got a great one here on the west side of, I was going to say Kent County, but really we're in Ottawa County here. Coopersville now. Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? You just go right down the road a few miles and you're in a completely different county. Yeah, the West Metro area, Northwest Metro area. So, again, want to thank everybody for joining us on the Fox Pools the West End Body halftime show. And we're pretty close to starting the second half of play. If you're just joining us, the Coopersville Broncos 14, West Catholic 7.
And just a reminder, too, because we are on the West Catholic Athletics YouTube live site, and we will be doing this on the site from here on. So we've been on Michigan Sports Radio. We had a great run with Michigan Sports Radio for 14 years.
Yeah.
13 years with you and I together, I believe.
I think so.
And I did 1 year prior to you joining me, but in this 15th year of West Catholic football broadcasting, we've taken that in-house and the West Catholic Athletics Network, if you will, on YouTube. So people are still trying to find our way. I think people are probably still going to that Michigan Sports Radio app at times. But make sure your friends and family know that they can listen to us all year long on the West Catholic Athletics YouTube site by clicking on that live button as you did to get here to listen to us.
Absolutely. And it's pretty exciting, for West Catholic to bring this in-house. Of course, the home back at West Catholic on the campus, a beautiful campuses, all the athletic facilities that keep growing and growing, but a beautiful, very large multimedia scoreboard was put in this summer, and West Catholic would like to take this broadcast, combine it with the exposure that scoreboard's going to give, and bring this whole broadcast in and put it on that YouTube channel. We're excited about it. There's some talk of there's some media curriculum at West Catholic, and they're trying to build some things to have the students become part of the production of this, and that's pretty exciting, and we're happy to be part of that and to help in that quest. There's nothing more timely, like we were saying all summer when this was developing, that really everybody can have their own television station through YouTube. The media and the ability to do this is at everybody's fingertips. So it's very timely, and we hope to be able to be part of the education of the students at West Catholic through these broadcasts.
Yeah, looking forward to good things to come.
Yeah. So another announcement from West Catholic, Experience West. So calling all middle school families, consider West Catholic for your student and join us for Experience West Night on Thursday, October 19th at 6:30 p.m. Again, that's Experience West Night. Gives you a great overview of the school, the education that's possible for your kids on Thursday, October 19th, 6:30 p.m. Come and learn more about the West Catholic community and see what your family's experience at West Catholic will be like. So visit the website, grwestcatholic.org/admissions, and you can register for that today. Again, Thursday, October 19th, Experience West. And I'll tell you what, they do a really nice job. You'll understand what West Catholic's all about and the value of the education that West Catholic provides. And you being, coming from higher ed, right?
Yes.
You understand, too. You were part of admissions at Aquinas College for 29 years, Tom?
Correct.
Considering you're only 35 years old, you got off to an early start, didn't you?
Child prodigy.
Exactly. But you understand, because you were part of recruitment for students, and you understand what Catholic education, does for a kid coming into college.
Yeah, it really does. It's character prep, which is, first and foremost. It helps with that character prep. But then the academics. The academics are set really high. I know with both of my kids that went through West Catholic, they were at the very top honors kids with the 4.0s and in the 30s on the ACT. They were good students.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting because I remember when my daughter went away to college at Butler, and she said, "Gosh, I don't know if I'm going to compete because, my grade point average is a little bit below what the average student at Butler has. Butler's got a great academic reputation, and I could confidently say, because I was in higher ed for 30 years, is you will be fine because West Catholic prepared you extremely well." And so while your GPA might not be as high as maybe some of your classmates, trust me, on a global scale, when you're competing against others in the world, you're going to do just fine. And what she found out is that in her first year at Butler, she had a higher grade point average than her grade point average at West Catholic. And so she was prepared, and she was prepared really well. And so I think sometimes, younger generation, because they don't have that wisdom of time, and they don't have that purview, is that they think, well, they look at just the numbers. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to compete. But it's not just about the numbers. It's not just about the GPA. It's about the strength of the curriculum, what you're learning at West Catholic. And for somebody who spent my entire life going around to high schools and recruiting high schools to the college level, I could have not been any happier with the education that they received.
Absolutely. So we're ready for the kickoff here. Thanks for joining us on the West End Body Halftime Show. And Coopersville is off.
And Evan Olson with the kick. And he's going to kick it out of bounds. Just went out of bounds inside the 5. And so, unfortunately for Coopersville, West Catholic will have decent field position here to start the second half, as the ball will be up to the 35.
Anxious to see what adjustments have been made offensively and defensively for the Falcons. Down by 1 score here as we begin the second half of play.
Beautiful night here on the campus of Coopersville.
Boy, isn't it?
Got a beautiful stadium here. It says Broncos in white letters on a green background in both the end zones, and a big green C in the middle of the field. As West Catholic goes right to left on your radio dial here as we start the second half. Charlie DeBrune cuts on the left. Now he cuts back inside, gets it up to the 40 before he gets tripped up. And he's going to fall forward almost the 41. So pickup of 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4 for West as they trail 14-7 starting the second half.
Yeah, number 0 getting 6 yards again. 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. He goes over 100 yards with that carry for the game.
2 left, 1 right for West. DeBrune off to the left. He'll get the handoff from Wickstrom. Nice run up the middle. He kind of dances his way into the opening. He's got a first down for West, so dances his way all the way up to the 48. Nice run by Charlie DeBrune.
Yeah, another 7, 8 yards on that carry. 2 yards away from Bronco territory. And why would you go away from this at this point, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
A lot of success.
Averaging 8 yards a carry tonight.
Right.
2 left, 1 right. DeBrune gets it again, and he'll get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he'll lose about 3 on the play. Kind of a slow, delayed handoff there, Joe.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and very good penetration by the line, defensive line at Coopersville, snuffing that play out. I think that might be the first loss for Charlie DeBrune tonight. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 for the Falcons.
Here goes Wickstrom, stepping up in the pocket. He's going to throw the ball. He's got Carter Perry at midfield. He dances his way around. He's still on his feet at the 45, down to the 40. And that's what we talked about, getting Carter Perry the ball in space. Nice pass to Carter Perry, and it's a first down West.
Absolutely, and who is out there making a block is Charlie DeBrune. A nice job releasing that along with Cole Bauer.
Trips right for West, 1 left as they operate on the near hash. Here goes Wickstrom. Little pass out to DeBrune in the flats, coming out of the backfield. He's at the 40, 35, got a hold, 30, 20, 10. Got one guy to beat inside the 10. He'll get tackled at the 8. Charlie DeBrune, great job as he got the flare pass out in the flats from Wickstrom and almost took it the distance.
He did. I think that was about a 38, 39-yard play. Nice little flare pass. Wickstrom put it right where he needed to, and Charlie was off to the races, got some blocks. And now West Catholic's in the red zone looking to tie this thing up.
Mike Murphy in there. We said we might not see him a lot in the second half, but he's in here on the first possession. As he goes to DeBrune, and he breaks the tackle at the 12. He's still on his feet near the end zone.
Big push.
Pile drive, and he'll go out of bounds at the 2. Nice hard run by Murphy. Murphy got stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. He kept those feet moving, broke a couple tackles.
Yeah, he broke one behind the line of scrimmage. And there was a groan from the sideline here from the Broncos. Oh, almost had him. But that took it right down. They're near the goal line.
Wildcat formation for West. And Coopersville is going, hey, wait a second.
Yeah, hang on. They didn't like that look.
We have not seen this. Hold on.
So that's going to burn a timeout for Coopersville.
And in a close game like this, you'd like to see that. Burn those timeouts early.
Yeah, they celebrated that timeout being called this early in the second half. 9:16 to go. West Catholic on a very nice drive. And we want to thank some sponsors here. Fox Pools, located on Alpine Avenue between 7 and 8 Mile Roads. Fox Pools, West Michigan's best source for both in-ground and above-ground pools, featuring full-service showroom with chemical supplies and accessories, offering annual closing and opening service as well as repairs and installation. Fox Pools does it right. And eXp Realty is a national leader in real estate, and Melissa Homewood is your local expert when it comes to buying and selling your home in West Michigan. Melissa can orchestrate market watches, property searches, home value assessments to make your buying or selling process as thorough as it can be. You can find Realtor Melissa Homewood on the web at melissahomewood.com. That's melissahomewood.com. Melissa Homewood, The Lash Group, and eXp Realty, your real estate done right. Both teams break from the timeout. 9:16 here in the third. Broncos leading 14-7, but West Catholic on the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Wildcat formation, DeBruyne with 3 other backs. Here goes DeBruyne. He's going to follow all his blockers, and he's going to get tackled at the 2. Nowhere going. Going to be 3rd down. Maybe lose a yard on the play, 3rd and 3. So 4 backs in the backfield for West, and DeBruyne tried to cut it inside. They're going shotgun formation again. Same Wildcat formation. DeBruyne gets it again. He follows all his blockers, and he's in the end zone.
Let's see the signal.
Oh, they're going to say he's short.
Well, hang on a minute. They're walking it in.
Touchdown, West.
No, they're saying 4th down. They're saying 4th down.
Oh, they're saying 4th down now. So the announcer called touchdown. Wow, huge play here on 4th down and inches at the goal line. Battle of the trenches. Shotgun goes to Bruin. He follows everybody in.
Oh, the ball's up and out.
The ball's on the ground, and Coopersville's got it. He tried to jump, got the ball knocked out, and it's another turnover by West Catholic.
Wow.
Their 3rd turnover of the night.
Boy, if we had the benefit of instant replay, it almost looked like he hit the goal line and the ball shot straight up. But they're going to call this a fumble at the goal line. West Catholic with its 3rd turnover after a tremendous drive all the way down the field on 4th and 1. And recovered by the Broncos.
Conduct, too, on West. So that's going to tack on another 15.
So that's going to bring them out to the 20-yard line. And that's where the Broncos are going to get started here after this fumble, 21-yard line.
2 red zone turnovers by West tonight, 3 overall, and 14-7 Coopersville. Boy. So, first of all, they didn't get the touchdown.
Correct.
4th and goal at the 3-inch line, and fumble on the play in Coopersville. What a huge tournament.
Boy, we thought he was in on 3rd down. We thought he was in on 3rd down, but the officials had it marked right at the half-yard line.
Boy, now how does West react to this? Here goes Lemieux up the middle. He's going to pick up 3 on the play up to the 25. 2nd and 7 for Broncos.
Boy, this is one of those situations where West Catholic, after that being down, I kind of would have figured that Coopersville would take a shot at that.
Right.
Throwing it downfield one time.
It's only 2nd down. We'll see what Harris has in mind as he looks over to the bench to get the call from Chris Kamen. Ed Kamen.
Chris is taller.
And played for the Clippers.
And he's a local guy.
Hand up the middle, Lemieux. Nowhere going. Nice job by that interior line of West Catholic. That'll bring up third down. Probably loses a yard on the play.
Yeah, Chris Schaub in there at first contact, but several Falcons back to the ball. And I think a loss of about a yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the Broncos. That ball is at the 25-yard line.
Big third down. Here goes deep pass. Good coverage by West. Going up to get it is Coopersville, and he caught it. Luke Stanton.
What a grab by Stanton.
At the 42 of West.
As he caught it, he stayed on the ground. He's got a cramp right now, which is going to be an official's timeout.
Amazing catch by Stanton. And great one-on-one coverage out there by West, but Stanton played the ball well.
It was. Who was that on the coverage? I think it was number 4, wasn't it? Was it Gabe Schwitters?
I believe that is correct.
So too. Big play. There's the one.
Huge play.
There's the one that we talk about. You try to throw some daggers when the opposition is down, and that's exactly what they did. Reared back. And man, oh man, I'll tell you what, Luke Stanton has come up with some big catches tonight. One in the end zone, and then this one, he's got great position, he's got great vertical, and very good hands. And you know he went up so high that just cramped him up from that leap.
Amazing catch by Stanton. So ball's on the 43 of West. 7:07 mark here in the third, 14-7 your score. Broncos over the Falcons, both teams in the top 10. Coopersville number 10 in Division 3 and West Catholic number 2 in Division 5. So we expected a good one right from the get-go, and we're getting it here. 2 left and 1 right. Up the middle goes Lemieux. And boy, we have not figured out the middle there. A pickup of about 6 on the play for Lemieux up the middle. He'll get it down to the 42.
Well, those big fellas up front just doing a nice job. They just open a seam for either Lemieux or Harris to run through, and it's been effective all night.
Harris goes up to the line of scrimmage, talks to his lineman, gives them the blocking scheme. He'll step back in shotgun formation. Hand it off to Lemieux again up the middle. And he'll pile drive it to the 35.
About a gain of 2. Yep. Stanton back into the ball game after he's loosened up that cramped leg.
They're just pounding the middle. They're like, we're going to wear you guys out.
And they are.
And they are. So Harris will send 2 right, 1 left. Flash Gordon and Brooks Hayden off to the right. Lemieux stays in there in the backfield. He'll be off to the left. Here goes jet sweep. Harris will keep it. He's getting chased by a couple West Catholic defenders. He's going to go down. He's going to lose a yard on the play. That'll bring up 4th down for Coopersville. Nice pursuit by West.
Yeah, and a loss of about 2, which brings it to a 4th and maybe 4 yards. And that's a little bit of that's a question. I think it's too far to kick, but they're playing with a lead, and they've really been going up the middle well. Why not go for it here? And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Big 4th down play, 4th and 4, 4:54 left here in the third quarter, and Coopersville is going to go for it. Here he goes to snap. Harris has got it, sets up the screen, and they got it to Luke Stanton. He's up over the 30, down to the 29.
We got a hold.
And there's a flag on the play.
Yep, there was a hold on the play on the linebacker coming up for West Catholic. So, yeah, let's. So
spot foul on the hold.
And that was at the 30-yard line, I believe, or maybe the 28.
So the ball's going to be at the 40, and now it'll be 4th down again after the hold.
So that's a big stall there, yeah.
Now that's huge for West Catholic because That was a great setup on the screenplay.
Well, it sure was.
Stanton got it and ran, and the hold happened down the field well after he had the first down. So here goes Coopersville, 4th down and 8. Ball's at their at West Catholic 40. Reinhardt back. Oh, here goes a low snap, and then it's kicked. Reinhardt's going to get it at the 20. Stutter steps. Now he's come back at the near side, and he's going to get tripped up. No, he escapes a tackle, still on his feet. He broke like 3 tackles, and he actually lost about 10 yards on the play, Joe.
Yeah, he did. It looked like he was going to pull a little Houdini there at about the 12-yard line, but that Bronco tackler wasn't going to let go of that ankle, and he finally got a little bit of help.
Nick Gordon muffed the snap there. It was a low snap. He had a hard time getting it. Ended up recovering, got the kickoff. Lucky to get it off, and this sends West Catholic all the way down to the 15.
Absolutely.
So 2 right, 1 left for West.
So the success West Catholic had on that last drive, outside of the goal line fumble, let's see if they can duplicate that effort.
Here goes Wickstrom. He's going deep on the first play here, and he's got a receiver there, but well defended by Coopersville.
Well, that was Ty Arthur absolutely getting up in the air to knock that ball away.
Ryer Snow just going down the far sideline one-on-one, but Coopersville played that extremely well. So 4-4 mark, 14-7 is your score. Broncos over the Falcons. Falcons really need to move the ball here.
This is a tall Bronco team. These are tall kids out there. 6'1", 6'2", and up.
Even the defensive backs. Here goes the flag.
So we got a flag. It looks like it's going to be procedure. No.
Legal procedure.
It's going to bring West Catholic back a little bit. Really beating themselves right now. Every bit of success has been given up by errors.
2nd down and 15. Let's see if they go to maybe Carter Perry in space here, or maybe DeBrune out of the backfield with the catch. Here goes Ethan Stoner. We'll give it to DeBrune. He's got it over the right side. Still on his feet, breaks the tackle. He's over the 20 to the 22. Nice hard run. He'll pick up about 12 on the play.
12 or 13, yeah. Very strong run by Charlie DeBrune. Again, and here goes West Catholic. They're not allowing, they're going to snap the ball, and that should be a flag. Too many men on the field, and there he goes. It's a free play.
And
they may take the result of that.
West Catholic's all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Big run. About 27 or 28 yards.
Yeah,
they're going to negate that penalty. They're going to take the result of the play, which takes them up to the 47-yard line. So that hurry-up offense caught the Broncos in a defensive shift, trying to shuttle players in and out, and they ended up with too many men on the field, giving West Catholic a free play.
2 left, 1 right for West. DeBrune gets it again. Up the middle, huge hole, 50, 45, 40. Oh, and he takes a huge hit at the 38.
That was Stanton. I believe that was Stanton on the tackle. And Charlie looked like he was going all the way, but ran into Luke Stanton.
Coach Gross taking him out and saying, "Are you all right? That's a huge hit."
Yeah.
And he popped right up. Charlie popped right up. Tough kid. Here goes Mike Murphy. He'll be in the backfield with Wickstrom. Stoner shifts from left to right. Murphy gets it. He dances outside. He's still on his feet inside the 35, inside the 30. Powell drives it all the way to the 25. He'll take 2 Coopersville defenders with him.
Big, strong run right when West Catholic needed it. Had a nice set of blocks on the left-hand side of the line. And Mike Murphy gets another first down for West Catholic. Now ball at the 30.
You see that little shuffle step he did to get himself free at the line of scrimmage? Fresh legs for Mike Murphy. 2 right, 1 left for West. Murphy stays in there. He's going to get the ball again in the middle. Now he bounces it outside, darts his way, still on his feet inside the 20. Nice run again as he just kind of picks his way down the field.
Boy, it's just reminiscent of last year. We remember how Tim Kloska ran, and he he would sidestep and chop his feet a little bit and then explode, and that's exactly what Mike Murphy's done.
Murphy's getting it again, third time in a row over the right side. Still on his feet, breaks an ankle tackle inside the 10. He'll go out close to the 7. First and goal west as they move the chains.
Boy, and look at how fired up he is. I got a couple chances to carry here.
Yes.
As Charlie DeBruin comes back in. Nice momentum going for West Catholic.
Feed the horse, right?
Right.
First down and goal. Ball's at the 6 at the 2:11 mark. West trails by a touchdown. Hand up the middle. Darting it outside. Touchdown West! Charlie DeBruin with a touchdown.
From 6 yards out. Charlie DeBruin ties this ball game up pending the extra point at the 2:04 mark here in the third. And West Catholic, no mistakes on that drive. Got themselves into pay dirt. And here comes the extra point team.
Yeah, how about that, though? Mike Murphy gets the ball 3 times, marches it down, bring back the fresh legs in DeBruin.
Here's
Here goes the
Landon
extra point.
Smith.
It's up, and it's good.
And it's good.
14-14's your score. We're at the 2:04 mark in the third. You better not leave. We got a good one.
Charlie DeBruin, another custom caulking touchdown for him. And we've got a 14-14 ball game. And Paget Business Services, your small business experts for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and payroll. Hey, don't have your tax prep and accounting be a coin toss. Leave it to Paget Business Services to get it right. Falcon fans, visit Paget online at www.pbsgr, that's pbsgr.com. Thanks, Mark Dave and his great staff at Paget. They're located on Lake Michigan Drive right next to Mr. Berger. And Frank's Market, the new Frank's Market, located, well, it's not so new, it's a couple years old now, right?
Right.
They're located at 1020 West Fulton in Grand Rapids, featuring the area's best fresh and smoked kielbasa, awesome steaks, succulent roast, hot shots, deli meats. Just stop in and experience the fantastic service and products the Stanizak family has delivered in Grand Rapids for decades. Since 1933, Frank's Market is the only choice. Here comes West Catholic kicking off to the Broncos.
Was Landon Smith. Short kick. Going to be fielded there at the 28 by Coopersville. Bouncing it up to about the 33. So whether you kick it out of bounds or you kick it short.
You got a bunch of good hands, guys. That went to Stanton. He's not going to drop that ball.
No.
Yeah, you try to get it into the seam and get somebody to mishandle it, but nope. Broncos got some solid guys in there at all levels on those special teams. 2 minutes to play here in the third. We've got a tie ball game. Broncos are going to come out. They're going to start this offensive set at the 34-yard line. Tom, did you feel a little bit of momentum shift?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did right there. And how critical was that possession for West after coughing it up at the 2-inch line on the previous possession, being able to hold Coopersville as they were marching down, got into West Catholic territory but held them.
Now let's see if the Broncos can respond or if West Catholic's defense can stiffen to get the ball back again.
Full backfield with Lemieux and Gordon both in there with Harris. Gordon's going to get it over the right side. He's going to take it up to the 38, still on his feet, and he'll get thrown back.
That ball came out.
So nice run by Nick Gordon.
Flash Gordon, that was, he's a dynamic runner. He's not a huge guy, but just a ton of speed. And he got off to the edge there, gain of about 4.
2nd and 6 for the Broncos as they send 2 left, 1 right. They operate on the near hash here in the third quarter with the 1:35 mark. 14-14 all knotted up here in the third as Gordon gets it again over the right side, and he'll get tripped up there.
Snow in on the tackle.
Yeah, Snow went down low with that shoulder pad, tripped him right up. So
Gordon trying to make the cut, but Snow coming in. Here we go. Big play, 3rd and 6 for the Broncos.
Harris barks it out. Now he's going to turn and try to get a different play call from Gordon. He looks at his wrist. He's got Lemieux off to his left. 2 left, 1 right. Harris gets it. Jet sweep fake. Harris keeps it, goes up the middle, and nowhere going. West snuffs it out. No pickup on the play. It'll bring up 4th down for Coopersville.
Little fake handoff, the same thing that we've seen the last few plays, going to Flash Gordon. But Harris pulled his own number, tried to go up the middle, and he was met by the Falcons. So
Gabe
now
Powers
it's going to be,
We've seen
Gabe
this
Powers.
game up the middle a little bit too much tonight.
So this is going to be a 3-and-out here for the Broncos. Their punt team is in. Reinhardt is back for the Falcons.
Gordon to kick it. He'll have his heels on the 25. Here comes the snap. Kick right away. Low line driver hits at the 38, down to the 30. Reinhardt's going to field it up 35, and he'll get kicked out of bounds at the 38.
Not trying to do
a little risky.
Yeah, not
fielding
just
that
exactly.
ball after it hits the
You don't
ground.
know where it's going to go at that point, but
But he's got good hands.
he handled it well and didn't do too much. Got himself out of bounds, and West Catholic's going to put their offense on the field again as we end the 3rd quarter of play. Tom,
Everything
scores tied, man.
we thought and more.
This is the definition of a competitive matchup.
We go into the 4th quarter. 14-14's your score. Stick with us because it's going to be a good one all the way down to the end.
Hey, it's feeling like fall, right?
Yes,
and fall is the perfect time to create the beautiful
Hey, I'm not
landscape.
wearing shorts tonight for the first time.
I am.
Since like May 30th.
I'm not giving it up yet. Anyways, fall is the perfect time to create a beautiful landscape you've been wanting for your home. Shaner Avenue Nursery is the team you need to help to make the project a reality. Christian Perez, a proud West Catholic parent from Shaner Avenue Nursery, will meet and design the look you want to make your home the envy of the neighborhood. Just contact Shaner Avenue Nursery and Kristen Perez at 616-293-7228. That's Kristen Perez, 616-293-7228. And Duba & Duba Attorneys at Law, with offices inside the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel. The Dubas specialize in business transactions, mergers and acquisitions, real estate, and estate planning. A true West Catholic family of students, coaches, boosters, and volunteers let Duba & Duba Attorneys at Law help with all your legal needs. Both teams back out onto the field.
Ball's going to be at the 28 of West. So West will have the ball. They're going to go left to right on your radio dial here in the 4th. All knotted up, 14-14. Remember, give us a text, 616-262-9270. 616-262-9270. Let us know that you're out there listening. 262-9270. One left, two right for West. DeBrune up the middle. Nice big hole up to the 35 to the 37 goes DeBrune. Nice job by the center of that offensive line from West. 2nd and 2 after the pickup of 8. They're going hurry up here, Joe. Getting out there quick. Ryer Snow will go wide right along with Carter Perry. Ethan Stoner slot left. DeBrune, fake. No, he'll get it over the left side, and he's got a West Catholic first down. He follows the Stoner block. So on the far sideline, he picks up the first down with the 11:22 mark. 14-14's your score. Falcons, Broncos all knotted up. Both teams in the top 10 in their respective divisions, and put it all on the line here tonight. They'll operate on the far hash as they go left to right on your radio dial. Here goes Wickstrom, shotgun formation. He's going to get it, hand it off to DeBrune again. He's going to shake and bake, break a couple tackles. He's out in the open field. He's at the 40, 35, gets wrestled down from behind. He'll go fall down to the 26. Nice run by Charlie DeBrune.
Boy, Hayden Brooks just saved that touchdown run. Hayden got a hold of Charlie DeBrune at least 20 yards into that scamper. And now West Catholic into Bronco territory deep.
Didn't look like he had much room to run there, but he danced his way into a hole.
It's like running down a hallway.
Got shot out of a cannon.
Right?
DeBrune's off to the left of Wickstrom. Ethan Stoner goes in motion. Now he slots left. Here goes DeBruin up the middle this time, and he'll get stifled after a pickup of 1. Nice job by that interior defensive line by Coop.
Yeah,
led
Evan.
by big number 73 for Coopersville. That dude's got some size.
He sure does.
Whatever it is, whatever that play is right there, we're going the other way.
So 2nd down and 10 as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the 4th. DeBruin off to the right this time of Wittrum. Look for Wittrum to pass it here. No, DeBruin gets it, and he'll get stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
And there's the big fella, Gabe Van Sickle.
Northwestern
Big wrap
signee.
up. Yeah.
So guy's going to go D1. You saw why right there. I'd just like to block that guy all night. Huge play here. 3rd down and 12 for Wester at the 28. Carter Peary in motion. He'll stop. He'll get the ball in a jet sweep. And now he's going to throw the ball. He's got a receiver wide open. Ryer Snow, did he get it? Oh, he called it incomplete. It hit the ground. Ryer Snow thought he had it. They said it hit the ground. It was underthrown. It was there.
It was
so they
there.
handed the ball off to Carter Peary. Ryer Snow was on the near sideline at the 10-yard line. Wide open, got underthrown, and Ryer Snow couldn't get back to it. He tried to dive for the ball.
He dove
hit
for
the
it
ground
coming
first.
back to the ball, but it looked like it was a trap to the officials.
What a great play call. Here it is, 4th and 12. Wickstrom steps it up in the pocket. He's got plenty of time, rolls to the right, still looking downfield, throws the ball, he's got a receiver there. He's going to be short of a first down.
Yeah, it was
though.
short of a first down on the
He had to
catch.
get down to the 17, and
that was
at about the 18, going to be about a yard short.
Yep, Kohlbauer had to way out for it.
1 yard short. What a great play, but you got to get to the sticks.
You certainly do. So West Cal's going to turn the ball over on downs, and the Broncos are going to get it on their own 18-yard line. Hey, let's take a look around for some scores. Spring Lake 27, Unity Christian 21. They're in the 4th. East Kentwood 14, Hudsonville 7. They're in the 3rd. Hamilton 36, Fruitport 6 in the blue. Montague 27, Orchard View 8. Belding 39-0 over Hopkins, and they're in the 3rd. And Rockford big 49-6 over Jenison in the 4th.
Who wants it more here? Hand up the middle. And rumbling his way for about an 8-yard
Big
gain.
33, Evan Arnold. He's a defensive lineman out there carrying the ball.
With fresh legs.
Big fella. So nice gain on first down, gain of about 7 on the play.
14-13, Allendale over Holland Christian.
Allendale's supposed to be pretty good this year. Manistee
One
6,
left.
Oak Ridge 7.
2 right for Coopersville. 8:25, 14-14. Here's the hand up the middle again. This time it'll go to Lemieux. He'll pick up about a yard or 2 on the play. Just
gonna
enough
give it to
for a
him.
first
Yep,
down, though.
enough.
They'll move the chains.
Tom, I'm afraid your Glads are down 35-14 at the half, playing Ogama Heights.
Down year for St. Francis. I've heard through the grapevine they've got some injuries on that team, and I think it's playing a little havoc with the Gladiators of Traverse City St. Francis this year. So they went to the finals a year ago and lost to a Lumen Christi team.
A good Lumen Christi team.
Here goes Wickstrom, and here goes the whistle.
We got movement here.
Yeah. Legal motion. False start on Coop. It'll be first down and 15. West would love nothing more than to get Coopersville to punt the ball here and then run out the clock on the next possession if they could. We had a lot of time, though. 7:56.
To go in the ball game.
Harris will look over to the sidelines to Ed Kamen rather than Chris Kamen. You're right. Harris will have Lemieux off to his left. Up the middle goes Lemieux. Hard run, and he'll drag a West Catholic defender over the 30 to the 32. Big pickup on the play of 8.
It's been there all night for the Broncos. Been there all night. And why wouldn't it be?
6.
What a phenomenal offensive line the Broncos have got.
Broncos will do 2 wide right, 1 left. They operate on the near hash. Hand off to Lemieux again. He breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet. He'll get tripped up at the 40. Luckily, or else he might have went the distance.
Absolutely.
And
Chaz Vida.
Injury on the tackle. Hold on.
Yeah, Chaz is down. It's
Chaz Vida went low.
Yeah, it's a cramp. So he had to dive for him, and I'm sure that little bit of pressure, that's going to give us an official's timeout. Let's pay some more bills here. If you need to repair or replace your roof, choose Moore & Sons Roofing, where you don't get just a great roof, you get a great roofing experience. The quality of craftsmanship that they invest in every roof is second to none in the industry. So for all your roofing needs, choose Moore & Sons Roofing, and Owens Corning Certified Contractor. And by Fox Pools, located on Alpine Avenue between 7 and 8 Mile Roads. Fox Pools, West Michigan's best source for both in-ground and above-ground pools, featuring a full-service showroom with chemical supplies and accessories, offering annual closing and opening services as well as repairs, installation. Fox Pools does it right. And Custom Caulking is the contractor's choice for waterproofing and crack sealing in West Michigan and beyond. Both residential and commercial custom caulking should be your only call. On-the-spot color blending and friendly service is what to expect from Custom Caulking. And the Norder family proudly supports West Catholic Athletics.
7:01 remaining in the game. 14-14 is your score. Coopersville just picked up a first down, and they're exploiting the middle of that defensive line for West. Here goes Lemieux up the middle. Now, you saw in that play, Joe, the defensive lineman for West squeezed in.
Squeezed in a little bit.
Yep. So they, rather than spreading out those two ends,
and they really
brought the ends in.
And the defense really hasn't changed their set. You would have thought that they would have brought another man up,
right,
or not, but they've really played essentially the same gaps, and they've kind of let them have this. Yep.
Here goes Lemieux. Up, no, fake. Harris pulls it out. He'll keep it, and he'll get a first down. Nice job by Harris. Everybody went with Lemieux. He kept it.
And that run is responsible. Luke Stanton right there, number 5, held that block on Snow. Did a great job freeing Harris up to get across and a first down there in West Catholic territory with 6:14 to go in the game.
He stepped out of bounds, so the clock stopped at 6:14. Here goes up the middle again, Lemieux. He'll pick up 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Charlie DeBruin shot in from his outside linebacker position, was able to trip up the runner as he hit the line of scrimmage, and that stalled that run out, which is normally a 6-yarder down to 2 yards.
Every play, there's like 7 guys on the ground in the middle of the field. Here we go.
Coach Kamen calls the play in. Broncos come set.
Lemieux staying in there. Harris shotgun formation. Hand up to Lemieux up the middle, get hit, and he'll drag a defender for about 3 yards.
DeBruin on the tackle there.
DeBruin went for a little ride.
Yeah, he's now stacking up that statistics of tackles made.
And give you an idea, Isaac Lemieux is a little bigger than DeBruin. That's how big that dude is. 3rd and 5, big 3rd down. They might go for it on 4th down, but let's see. 3rd down and 5. Harris looks to the sidelines. 1 right, 1 left, as they've got a lot of down linemen. 7 down linemen for Coopersville. Lemieux will be off to the right of Harris. In motion, Flash Gordon. Fake to him. Harris gets it. He's going to throw the ball. He's got Gordon out there in the flats. He's got it. He drops it. Gordon was open, and he dropped the ball. The West Catholic defender had slipped.
It was Lemieux.
Wide open.
It was Lemieux out in the flat. And he turned. Yeah, he turned to the far sideline to try to bring it over his shoulder. Yeah, try to bring it over his shoulder. He couldn't get both hands on the ball. and dropped it. It was a great design play. So we've got a timeout here. What's happening?
Fourth down play. And who's
this is a timeout for the Broncos. Yeah, the Broncos have called
quarterback. So here's the deal, Joe.
Yep.
If they don't call that timeout, right? He can't. He's injured right now, so he would have to be pulled off at injury,
right?
And then he would not be able to come in the next play. They're taking the time now to see if he can come back in with a timeout.
Yep.
He can come back in.
And he's trying to put some weight on that right leg, it looks like. See if he's okay. Grabs his helmet, rubs some dirt in it. This kid's a stud.
He's like, it's going to take more than that to keep me out.
Yeah. 4:51 to go in the ball game. We're all tied up here in Coopersville. Quite a game.
So fourth down, huge fourth down play. Coopersville's going to go for it. Bo Harris on the sidelines was hurt, kind of limping a little bit. He said he had two of his coaches there, and he said, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to rub some dirt in it, and I'm going to get in there. This is a fourth down play.
Yeah, this is big.
So let's see what West can do here. 4:51, knotted up at 14. Everything we wanted in a high school football game and more.
Well, what do you do here? What do you do here if you're the Broncos, Tom? I stay with what you've been doing.
Run it up the middle?
Absolutely. Get yourself 5 yards.
If you're West, you cheat in. It's a long time out here.
So we've got, okay. And now is this a second timeout? The first was an injury? Because they had signaled that it was a Coopersville timeout with Harris on the field.
That's a lot of time.
And is this 2 burns now? Is this?
I don't think it is.
Oh, take a look. 0 timeouts.
So that's a second burn?
They did. They burned a second timeout there. That's interesting. No timeouts left now for the Broncos with 4:51 to go in a tie game.
Well,
it's
you can't take
4th and 5. I'm sorry?
You can't take him with you. So he wants to make sure his quarterback is.
You can get a Groupon. I think they got a Groupon. You can get an extra timeout, can't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you got to purchase it before the game.
Got to purchase it before the game.
How about this? Tell your friends they better listen in. 14-14 is your score. We've got a huge fourth down play coming. Oh, they're lining up to punt. Watch the fake. Watch the fake. And if you're West, you don't want to jump off sides either. Be careful. Here comes the snap, and here comes the kick. They are going to punt it away, and they're going to get it deep. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it.
About the 16, maybe I'm thinking. 15, 16. 17-yard line.
Boy, he didn't take an angle on that at all. Wherever it went out of bounds, the referee just put it out.
But hang on.
No angle.
You just burned 2 timeouts to punt the football.
Yeah.
So
that
Coopersville is left with no timeouts. 4:45 to go in a tie ball game. West Catholic's got the ball.
That was a little unusual, Joe.
On their own 17, maybe 18-yard line. And let's see if West Catholic can put a drive together. Take a lead in this ball.
You're going left to right on your radio dial. Here goes Wickstrom. He's going to pitch it out to DeBruin. He looks to get the edge. He's got a hole over there, 20-25, and he get ankle tackled to the 30. First down, West. That guy doesn't make that ankle tackle. Watch out.
Yeah, exactly. Carter Perry, nice job on that block on the far side, releasing DeBruin. And that's going to move the sticks. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line, so new set of downs for the Falcons. Clock is running.
2 right, 1 left for West. DeBruin's going to go to the right side of Wickstrom. In motion goes Stoner. Hand up the middle of DeBruin. breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet. He spins his way up to the 35.
Isaac Lemieux on the tackle. Met him head on, and Charlie did a little bit of a spin move so that he could fall forward and gain 5 yards.
Keep the legs turning when somebody hits you up high, right? 4:05 here in the fourth. 14-14 is your score. 2nd and 5 for West from the 35. 2 wide right, bunch formation for West. Hand off to DeBruin on the far side. He's picking his way forward, and he's got a first down. Now, Charlie didn't like the fact he got tackled by the ankles, but he got a first down.
He's so upset that he couldn't get it.
Pounded his hand to the turf.
Yeah, Brooks had got a hold of him from behind, and he's like, I had some blockers, and I had a little bit of steam going. 3:39 here, clock running.
West operating on the far hash as they go left to right on your radio dial. Here goes a quick pitch out to DeBruin on the near side here. 40, 45, 50. Oh, and he just got tripped up to the 45. Oh.
Carter Perry again with a huge block on the near side this time.
We talked
same play as the opposite side. Exactly. Did a great job. And he's an undersized guy holding that block.
Stoner goes out. DeBruin goes out. Guess who's in there? Brittenfield. David Brittenfield in there for the first time at running back. He's got some fresh legs. Here goes Connor Olszewski out the far sidelines, and he'll go down. He'll lose about 3 on the play. So nice job by Coop.
Boy, that just hasn't been there tonight.
No, it hasn't.
That little inside slot handoff.
Yeah, jet sweep has not.
Right.
Brettenfield still stays in there. I'm surprised they're not going with Murphy right now. 2nd down and 13. 2 right, 1 left. Stoner will go slot left in motion. Here goes Brettenfield, gets the ball, his first carry of the game, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds on the near side, the 50. This is interesting, Joe. He'll lose a yard or 2 on the play. 3rd and 14. So DeBruin and Murphy been out. Brettenfield's in. We're at the 2:12 mark.
Well, that clock is just ticking down. West Cali needs a big play here. Boy, not staying with Charlie on that. That's an interesting call.
2 right, 1 left. DeBruin's back in there now.
Everybody on their feet here in the stadium, both sides.
Here goes Wickstrom. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a receiver there. It's Ryan Snow. He falls forward. First down, West.
Wow.
Huge pickup by Ryan Snow from Wickstrom.
Wow. Big play.
133
and West gets up
left
there right away.
Hand off to DeBruin over the left side. He's still picking his way up to the 30, still on his feet, and he's close to another first down. West Catholic fans love it. 121. Now West Catholic has all 3 timeouts, Joe.
Yeah.
121 mark, 14-14's your score.
They've set the sticks, and here goes the clock.
Here goes DeBruin on the far side again. He's found a whole host of blockers, still on his feet, and he'll get kicked out of bounds. Another West Catholic first down. No, are they going to mark him out before the sticks? They're going to say he stepped out with that left foot on the far sideline short.
But he got out of bounds, and it stopped the clock with 1:12 to go.
2nd and 3.
Boy, you want some drama? We got drama tonight.
Ball's at the 17. Guess what? Murphy's in there with some fresh legs. DeBruin. No. Murphy gets it over to the right side. He dashes it inside. He gets inside the 15 to the 14. Move the chains. First down, West. 1:07 left.
Clock stops to move the sticks. 1:07. They set the ball. Clock is ticking.
Murphy off to the right of Wickstrom. He's going to get it again. Dances his way in the middle. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet, but he'll get tackled inside the 15. Let's see if West uses a timeout. 51, 50. He has not called a timeout yet. 48, he's got 3. Not sure what he's waiting for, but
Murphy out of the game, and Charlie DeBruin is in again.
Stoner to the left. DeBruin, left side, dances his way inside the 10 to the 9. He'll call the timeout now at the 33-second mark. Holy cow.
Pat Putz just texted. He says, it's going to come down to the kicker.
No, don't say that.
Oh, John Tresca. Hey, John, thanks for finding us. Pass the word that we're now on YouTube on the West Catholic Falcon site. We appreciate it. John down in Trinity, Florida, good friend. Steve Project, he's out there listening. He says, hey, talk about the West Catholic on the Sports Project show Saturday. Get a hold of him on the Jethro FM 94.9 and 99.5 in Grand Rapids. Been doing that show for a number of years. And from a family member of the DeBruins, they say, thank you for pronouncing that tricky last name right. So happy the game's on YouTube. So West Catholic calls their timeout. Falcons offense breaks from Landon Grove. And the Bronco defense gets set up. We've got a
Jacob
third
Timmer,
and
number
5.
71, is in there on the right side. Watch for him to go over Timmer and Stoner on the right side. Here's a hand up the middle, third down, and going down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to let this clock tick down a little bit on fourth down. I think they're going to trot out that kicker.
It's 3rd and 5, though.
Oh, excuse me, third.
Clock is still going.
Fourth down.
Fourth down. I'm sorry, my bad. 4th down. Here goes the kicker.
They're going to roll this thing down.
Landon Smith. They're going to go down to about 3 seconds, probably, Joe. Right?
Pat Putz, you're right.
You are right.
3 seconds to go. The timeout is called.
We talked about this in the pregame,
We talked
right?
about this and at halftime.
I mean, this could be a close game. Could come down to the kicker. Yeah, we talked about it at halftime as well. And it's going to come down to the kicker. Holy cow. We'll see. Sophomore kicker. Never been in the spotlight like this.
He's kicked a lot of goals. He's a heck of a soccer player.
It's nothing. And look,
He says, Coach, I want to kick that weird-looking ball.
The goal is much wider with the post
Yeah.
than the soccer goal, right?
A little more vertical.
So 14-14 is your score. We're in the 4th quarter, 3 seconds left. It's going to come down to the last play of the game. We want to say hi to Morgan Mikowski listening for the first time this year. All the way from Chicago.
Anyway, this thing turns out, hey,
Yes.
this could end in a tie.
It's not going to.
Oh,
This is going
that's
to be
right.
it
We
right
get
here.
this right here.
The sophomore kicker, Landon Smith. The ball is going to be placed at the 16. It's going to be a 26-yard field goal for Landon Smith. The holder is Carter Perry. Don't forget the snapper, how important the snapper is on this. Here comes a kick, good snap. Here goes the kick. It's up, and it's good! West Catholic wins on a 26-yard field goal by Landon Smith.
Unbelievable. Time runs out on the clock. West Catholic 17, Coopersville 14, as close a game as you could ever imagine. And West Catholic pulls it out the very last play of the game.
Fantastic finish for West.
Unbelievable.
I love it. Landon Smith, the sophomore, comes through in the most critical of times, and the kid has been perfect from extra points. He gets his first attempt at a field goal like this, and he nails it.
Unbelievable. Coopersville, phenomenal team. Just ran out of time. You want to talk about an even matchup tonight.
It really could have went either way.
Either way.
And West Catholic comes out victorious. The number 2 team in Division 5 beats the number 10 team in Division 3 in a classic.
Wow. All I can say is wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. West Catholic on that drive, relying heavily on Charlie DeBruin, bringing him down there. Mike Murphy's touched that ball on the last drive. And as the two teams shake hands at midfield, West Catholic Falcon football team races over to the student section. And what excitement. What excitement.
Well, welcome to the post-game show. As we're, I don't know, I don't have one of those watches that tracks your heart rhythm.
Yeah.
But I've got to imagine it was beating pretty fast there before Landon Smith kicked that game-winning field goal from 26 yards to win 17-14 as we welcome Steve Grooms is going to come over here with all our statistics for the evening.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. And let's see if it was evenly matched up as we thought. West Catholic, first of all, West Catholic overcame 3 turnovers tonight. Huge to be able to do that. Turn the ball over 3 times to a good team like Coopersville. They came up big when they had to.
Yeah, they sure did. And here's where those turnovers hurt West Catholic. Total offense, 460 yards of offense.
For West
Catholic tonight, 327 yards for Coopersville. Taking a look on the ground, West Catholic with 322 yards rushing on 47 attempts. You know who did it. Charlie DeBruin, 34 rushing attempts for 276 yards and a touchdown there. Mike Murphy did a nice job when he came in, 7 carries for 41 yards, averaging a little over 6 there. And Cole Bauer, he had a few. Connor Olszewski, 3 for 7. But, man, 276-yard rushing effort by Charlie DeBruin. He was the spark for West Catholic. He kept them in the game when they had no business anywhere else on the field.
Remember what he had at halftime?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he had?
He had 96 yards at the half.
It was less than 100.
Right.
So he went for 177 yards in the second half.
Unbelievable.
When it counted. Unbelievable.
Yeah, through the air, Alec Wickstrom went 10 for 12 for 138 yards. He had the 1 pick, but then the 1 touchdown through the air. And receiving-wise, we take a look at Cole Bauer's got 1 catch for 34. Charlie DeBruin had the 1 catch for 32. And that was in the second half. Carter Perry, 3 catches for 20. Connor Olszewski, 3 catches for 17. Ryer Snow had 1 catch for 15.
Which was huge. That got the first down.
Absolutely. That was a huge play here late in the fourth quarter. Ethan Stoner, 1 catch for 20. So through the air, 10 of 12, 138, and a touchdown with a pick. And 322 yards rushing for 460 as a total for West Catholic. Taking a look at, you take a look at Coopersville. They played pretty much mistake-free football. They had a couple of penalties and whatnot, but they played an absolutely clean, solid game, exactly what you would expect. But it just turned out to be not their night at home here. Bo Harris, the quarterback, 12 rushing attempts for 69 yards. Isaac Lemieux, boy, he did a great job tonight, 20 carries for 113. And Tyler Terpstra, 3 for 12, gave them 186 yards on 40 attempts.
And remember those names, Harris and Lemieux, because both of them are juniors, so they'll be back next year.
They are phenomenal players, big kids, and they can run the ball, and they run it well. We take a look at through the air. Bo Harris was 6 of 12 for 141 yards and a score. That's distributed 1 to Isaac Lemieux for 33 to Luke Stanton. He was phenomenal tonight. That kid can get up in the air, and he's got great hands. He's a really, really clutch receiver. 3 for 65. Caleb Jones, 2 catches for 46, so that gave them 141 yards through the air and 1 touchdown. And just the differentiation again in yards here, the 460 to 327, it's just mind-boggling. It's
140 more yards, and it was all on the ground. If you look at passing, 141 yards for Coopersville, 138 for West. So that negated, and the difference was the running of Charlie DeBrune in the second half.
Yeah, and those turnovers, the one at the goal line, that entire run down the field negated, by that fumble, and then we had the pick. And then another fumble. There was 3 turnovers on the night for West Catholic
three
that
turnovers.
Stalled pretty good drives. Certainly one drive that looked to have been in on third down, only to be coughed up trying to run it into the end zone in that interesting Wildcat formation with three backs lined up next to the quarterback.
Yeah, that was almost a backbreaker.
Yep.
I mean, if West would have lost this game, you'd have to go back to that goal line stand by Coopersville and say that was the difference in the ball game.
Right.
Defensively for West, Chaz Vita, he had 7 tackles at half, ended the game with 10 tackles. That just gives you an idea of how well Coopersville ran the ball tonight, because you don't want your defensive back to lead your team in tackles as Chad did tonight. Josh Mitchell, Wyatt Fredrickson with 7 tackles on the night, 8 tackles from Charlie DeBrune. So, I mean, talk about a kid who goes for 270 yards rushing and has to, make 8 tackles on defense too.
Yeah.
You've got to say by far he was the player of the game for West Catholic.
Absolutely.
6 tackles for Ryer Snow, 5 tackles for Mike Murphy, 4 tackles for Josh Mitchell, and 3 tackles for Gabe Schweider. So that's defensively on the team. West Catholic will move to 3-0 on the year. Coopersville will drop to 2-1. You have some scores around the.
Yeah, trying to update this. Allendale 14, Holland Christian 13. I think they're probably nearing the end of the game. Let's see here. Catholic Central 42, Wayland Union 7.
It's really important because Catholic Central is ranked number 1 in Division 5 and West Catholic number 2. So I think both of them have cemented their spots as 1-2 for the next vote.
Right. Forest Hills Central 37, Grand Rapids Christian 7. That shows you how tough Forest Hills Central is, because Christian High is pretty good this year. Byron Center 35, Forest Hills Northern 7. They're in the 4th. Unity Christian 28, Spring Lake 34. So Spring Lake coming out on top. That's a game in the blue. And Hamilton beating Fruitport 44-20. And that's also in the blue. So Hamilton's putting it together this year, and so's Spring Lake.
Yeah,
This is tough. I mean, this is as tough as the conference has been in a long time.
This is really interesting. It just kind of hit me right now while we're doing this post game is that we are not the Bronco announcers.
No.
Even though we've got the Broncos logo right behind us. but we are your West Catholic announcers, but we got put in the press box with the Broncos logo behind us.
We got too many friends to be offended by having their logo. We got too many friends out here at Coopersville to have a problem with that, I'll tell you.
We want to thank our sponsors, though, tonight.
Absolutely. Custom Caulking, the contractor's choice for waterproofing and crack sealing in West Michigan and beyond by Padgett Business Services, your small business experts. Frank's Market, located on 1020 West Fulton in Grand Rapids. Shaner Avenue Nursery, Duba & Duba Attorneys at Law. Moore & Sons Roofing. Fox Pools. West End Body. Melissa Homewood and the Lash Group at eXp Realty. And your Falcon Touchdown Club, helping fund the best high school football program in Michigan.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. We had a classic here.
Really did.
In at Coopersville High School, everything that we could want in a football game. So looking forward to next week.
Looking forward to next week, and Coopersville is going to rebound. Coopersville is going to go a long way this year. They've got weapons, and West Catholic pulled it together at the end of the game, but I kind of feel a little bit lucky that they did. And I think they learned a lot about themselves in this game.
Little bend, but don't break in the second half with the defense. Got to hand it to Darren Smith, making some adjustments. We saw that at the very end, right? Late in the fourth quarter, he squeezed those ends in. They were playing wide throughout the game. He squeezed them in, did enough to stop the Coopersville running attack there late in the game, and that was the difference in the ball game. So any final thoughts before we
I'll tell you what. I think Charlie DeBruin's phenomenal. I think we haven't lost a step to Timmy Koloska, and Charlie DeBruin with a phenomenal effort tonight. 34 rushes, 276 yards, and a touchdown. He was the West Catholic offense. Really,
he was, and
today.
he was the player of the game.
Yep.
So that will do it for us at Coopersville High School. Your final, West Catholic 17, Coopersville 14. Have a great night, everyone.
We'll see you next week.
Like I said, a one-possession game in the fourth quarter, and that's a huge victory for us. So, anything else is great. All right, so I'm going with stand.
Holy crap.